Oh, I miss him so much. I wish he were in story and events more often. Genshin devs, please. I'm begging. More Kaeya, please. But make sure he's happy. Make sure he's happy. Let me preface that. Make sure he's happy. Yes, yes, I know, I know. Let's go. All right. So let's see. I think. Oh, okay. So this is how we get to another ending. Okay. I see. So right here. So return to Mondstadt. Understood. Something I pick here is going to give us some different ending. So I got 3 more to do. I don't know how long they'll take. Like getting through one ending was like an hour. So we'll see. We'll see.
Look, Mondstadt's windmills. Ah, such a comforting sight.
You're a
Now,
comforting sight.
as promised, your souvenir. Here you go. According to the merchant I bought it from, mysterious spirits called Jinn often live in lamps like this. And this lamp in particular once housed a very powerful genie.
Mm-hmm.
Merchants love to exaggerate to help make a sale, but it's still quite the pretty little lamp. I know you like rare things, so perhaps you can add this to your collection. Of course, you can also use it as an ordinary pot. Personally, I think it'd make an excellent wine vessel.
Thank you. I'll use it as a decanter.
You're welcome. I'm glad you like it. I'm ready to head into the city now. You're free to join me, or you can make your own schedule. I could give everyone their souvenirs first, but I'm not sure whether I'm in the mood for running around and visiting people right after the long journey. Maybe I'll take a breather first. But I know I'll only get bored sitting in my room alone. Ugh. Do you have any suggestions?
Um, I can join you for the souvenir giving, so you have some company.
Yes, I suppose. Okay, souvenir run it is. They're mostly people you know, so it'll be a chance for you to say hi to some people you haven't seen in a while.
Let's go.
Let's start by going to the Knights of Favonius headquarters. Jean and Lisa will definitely be there, and with any luck, we might run into a few others too.
And so possibly, Amber. Yes, Amber. Nora Day for the Knights of Favonius. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Koji Bear, what's wrong with my Lumine costume? What's wrong with it? Also, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Oop. Jean and Lisa. Hello. Oh, nice. Congrats.
Hey, you two busy?
How'd you like it? Or maybe you didn't like it. I don't know. How did you feel about it? That should be the question. Long time no see, everyone.
You must have had a tough journey, Kaeya. Oh, it's been a while, cutie.
Oh, it's boring. All right. Well, hopefully, I mean, I know I only like recently did like, you know, in Inazuma like a few months ago. But yeah, that first one. Like compared to the rest of it, yeah. I can understand the boring argument. Sometimes I really wish Genshin had like a skip uh like a skip dialogue option. Let me want to do a spontaneous. All right, well, I mean, I can't deny that Fontaine is the reason I started playing Genshin. So, like, I understand.
Yes, welcome back, Kaeya. Uh, why is the honorary knight accompanying you?
Because I love him. You explain your chance encounter with Kaeya and Sumeru to Jean and Lisa.
I understand. Back to matters at hand, Kaeya. I have already received your report. You did well this time, thank you.
Hey, official! Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? I can't remember how many Archon quests Inazuma had, but yeah. Yeah, Eden is streaming. He's doing D&D with several other streamers.
A few days ago, we received a letter from the representative of the Wine Merchants Association in Sumeru. It was thanks to your on-the-spot decisions that further losses, due to continued delays, were avoided.
Don't say that, Koji Bear. Don't say that. You're not stupid. It's hard to explain Dungeons and Dragons as well. Have you ever seen anything about like Baldur's Gate? That's the best way to describe it. Like if you've seen like Baldur's Gate, that's literally like the video game equivalent of it, to my understanding. I think Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop RPG. Well, all right, Koji Bear, have fun.
Just doing my duty. Anything to reduce the acting Grandmaster's workload. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have some unused travel funds. I'll return the surplus now.
He's talking like he wasn't planning on spending it. Honestly, he should have spent it.
Given the suddenness of the situation and the difficulty in resolving it, I authorized a greater than normal disbursement in case of unforeseen circumstances.
I spent 2 days straight playing with my friends and it always ended me in jail. That's around. Oh no!
But I didn't think there would be this much left over. Thank you, Kaeya.
Just doing the right thing. But I'm not actually here for a post-trip debrief. I brought some souvenirs back for everyone.
Souvenirs from Sumeru?
Yeah, that's right. You were an academia student, and you were like one of the best they've had in like centuries. Oh.
Here, the letter opener is for Jean. The jeweled brooch is for Lisa. And the items in the box are for everyone else.
The artistry of this is exquisite. Look at the ornamentation on the sheath. This must be one of those crafts unique to Sumeru. It's my first time seeing one in person. Thank you, Kaeya.
I love the color of the gem in this brooch, and the setting is so elegant. You have excellent taste, Kaeya. This can't have come cheap.
Is it me or does Kaeya sound like Kaeya? Well, I mean, if you remove the K, yeah, sure.
It wasn't too bad. I didn't spend too much.
Might I intrude a moment?
Is that Albedo?
Albedo, is that you? Come in.
What?
I finished the latest quarterly expenses report for the workshop. It's ready for your review. Traveler, greetings. And Kaeya, welcome back from Sumeru. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hello, Albedo. I was not expecting to see him. Oh. Koji Bear, have you been doing any of the like the character story quests? I'm doing a hangout event. The hangout events are for 4-star characters, and the story quests are for 5-star characters. Albedo is the chief alchemist of the Knights of Favonius, I believe. I know he's the chief alchemist in Mondstadt. I can't remember if like that's part of the Knights of Favonius. I feel like it is, but I could be wrong considering, you know, he is like reporting to Grandmaster Jean, acting Grandmaster Jean. I didn't even finish Bennett. Well, I mean, if you want, I mean, you don't even have to pay attention, but like, if you just want like the primos, like, go ahead and do that because I think on both sides you can get like 60 primos for completing them. But yeah, he's the chief alchemist in Mondstadt, and he resides in Dragonspine.
You two look like you're in good spirits.
I am. I'm spending time with Kaeya.
As a matter of fact, the honorary knight and I traveled back from Sumeru together. Ah, yes, and I brought some souvenirs for you and Klee. They form a set. Hold on, let me dig them out.
I don't know, Koji. Is it? Is it? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're too kind. Klee has been constantly inquiring as to the timing of your return lately.
Since you weren't around, she thought you had also been grounded, and that it would be a long time before you could come out.
Oh, please. Such a precious little bean.
Children always have the most peculiar way of looking at things.
Also been grounded? Sounds like things haven't been too dull for you all in my absence.
It's Klee's third time this month.
Oh, no.
Evidently, you're not the least bit surprised.
No. On the contrary, what would be a surprise is if Klee ever managed to stay out of trouble for a substantial length of time.
Anyway, since my souvenir is part of a set with Klee's, there's no rush to give it to me. When Klee's next, released, I'll bring her to see you sometime. We'll collect our souvenirs together.
You make it sound like she's in jail. Well, I guess grounded is kitty jail.
Sure, makes sense. Leave the surprise for the person who'll enjoy it the most.
I'll leave these documents here. I'll take my leave now, everyone.
They need a sign in the office that says, "It's been 0 days since Klee got into trouble." Yo, that'd be so funny.
Kaeya, I've approved your vacation request. Use this time to relax and unwind. Don't worry about the report and other work. I'll take care of it. You too, Honorary Knight. There isn't any work the Knights of Favonius require your assistance with at this time, so please take it easy.
Thank you. Then we'll be going now.
Ooh, yes, let's.
Enjoy your vacation. But don't forget to return the Fox and the Dandelion Sea series before it's due.
Oh, you don't want to make Lisa angry.
Don't worry, I'm nearly done with those. I'll be able to return them in a few days.
Hello, Sunrise. I forgot to say welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? Yeah, you never let any of my, never let it slide. Never, ever.
Kaeya is just as thoughtful as always.
That Bruce, like, literally, like, matches your eyes.
Though there's always something to do, with everyone lending a hand, I always feel at ease.
Good, good. Don't overwork yourself again, okay? Now, Kaeya, where are you?
Please be quiet within the premises.
Shut up.
I'm surprised Klee still hasn't escaped. I taught her a few tricks just before I left.
The Hades and Persephone AU. Why are you smirking?
Kids will always have their moments of mischief. But to be able to grow up without a worry or care in the world is something truly precious. Well, now that all the gifts for the Knights of Favonius are with Jean, next up is...
I would assume D-Luke.
Ooh, how about we visit the Dawn Winery under the pretext of delivering souvenirs and try to score some free wine? It's been a long time since I last saw everyone there. Plus, it'll be the perfect time to treat you to some of their newest brews.
I feel like D-Luke would be very cross with you if you do that.
D-Luke should be there tomorrow since he has business to deal with. But then there's nothing scheduled for the day after tomorrow, so perhaps it'll be easier to get free wine then. What do you think? When should we go?
I guess the day after tomorrow.
Great. Then it's settled. Let's meet the day after tomorrow at the front entrance of the Dawn Winery.
Oh my gosh, now I know why people think Ayaka sends for the Traveler. Oh, is it like quest lines or is it just like her story quest? Because I know in Inazuma they kind of force you to do her story quest. So, along with Yoimiya's. They kind of like integrated it into the main story. Which honestly, I wouldn't. Actually, I think I wouldn't mind. Like unless like the story quest was like perfectly integrated. I don't think I would mind if like they made more story quests like required. But generally speaking, yeah. Yeah. Maybe not the best thing. All right. Get there tomorrow. It's gonna show up at in the middle of the night. Give me some wine, please. For Kaeya's sake, not mine.
Oh. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. No! What the heck?
Koji Bear, thank you for
You're more
the
punctual than I expected.
Spanish Inquisition. I wasn't expecting it.
Let's head inside.
I feel like D-Luke's gonna be here regardless. I have a feeling. I have a sneaking suspicion. What's up? Elsa. Hello.
Master Kaeya? And the Traveler? Welcome, welcome. Please, come in. I'll fetch you both something to drink.
Long time no see, Elzer.
Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it? So what brings you back to the winery this... Sorry. Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh, please get yourself a glass of water while you're at it.
No need to be so formal. I just returned from Sumeru and dropped by to see you all.
Ah, what a pity. Master D-Luke went out to handle business last night and hasn't returned yet.
Never mind. The main thing is that you and Adeland are here. Oh, speaking of Adeland, where is she?
She's taking some time off. She was busy cleaning yesterday and finally has a bit of time to herself.
Good for her.
Perfect. I brought some gifts for you both. Here, this belt buckle is for you.
I'll be right back. Oh, hey, Story. I'll be right back. Welcome to the stream. Alrighty, guys, I'm back.
My goodness, it's exquisite. Thank you, Master Kaeya. I'll treasure it.
Elzer, please go get some water.
Would you like anything to drink? We recently finished making a new batch of dandelion wine.
Well, what perfect timing. I was just wondering how this year's batch was coming along.
Let me fetch a barrel and have someone deliver it to the Knights of Favonius headquarters for you.
Oh, I won't be needing an entire barrel. A couple of bottles will be more than sufficient. Else Diluc might say I came here to beg.
Oh, Master Diluc might grumble, but he doesn't mean it. Anyway, let me fix you both a drink.
Much obliged. Then I'll have a glass of dandelion wine and a glass of cider lake for her, if you please.
Cider Lake?
The name is not that literal. It is a drink with virtually no alcoholic content, as Master Kaeya will be aware. I'll prepare them now. Please, wait a moment.
Of course my drink is non-alcoholic. Let's go.
Strictly speaking, that's not entirely true. Cider Lake does have a tiny amount of alcohol in it.
Please, enjoy.
Try the cider lake that Elzer mixed. It's quite sweet and very tasty.
Pleased you liked it. Looks like my bartending skills haven't faded with age.
How have you been recently? Is the winery's business doing well?
I feel like I think you get like, if I remember correctly, I think you get like 10 points every like 12 minutes, something like that.
To tell you the truth, we've had our work cut out for us recently trying to fulfill some major orders. Things have only just started to quiet down over the last couple of days.
So, you've had no time off lately?
Master Diluc was concerned about the same thing.
I'm concerned too. You're coughing up well, not quite a storm, but you're coughing a bit too consistently for my liking.
But with him being out on business for a few days, who would take care of business and the guests if I were to take time off? Maybe some other time.
Oh my gosh.
At least take half a day to see a doctor and make sure you're okay. If your condition worsens, Diluc will never forgive himself.
You make a fair point.
You cough as much as buys you. We know how that's going.
If you're worried about having someone to handle the winery, why not leave it to me? I'm familiar enough with your responsibilities to cover for you for a while.
Master Kaeya,
You've been strictly forbidden.
Please, come back to the winery more often. We all miss you very much.
All right. No need for that kind of talk. Come on, I'll see you out.
While I'm resting, I shall leave Dawn Winery in your hands.
Oh good, you're taking your rest.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Rest easy, and go see the doctor.
Yes, please.
Such great weather today. A calm breeze and delicious wine. This is quite the treat. Though, it's a pity this batch seems a bit bland. How about I go to the wine locker and fetch one from the reserve collection? I remember it's on the second floor.
Huh? Is that allowed?
Of course it's fine. I promised Elzer I'd help. I said nothing about leaving the wine alone.
Oh, you sneaky, sneaky man. I love that sneaky part of you. Oh, Adeline, right?
Sorry, I'm a little late to the welcome party, but I believe I just heard the words wine locker and reserve collection. No problem on pilfering a bottle of reserve, Master Kaeya?
Oh, she caught you red-handed.
The reserve collection is reserved for a reason, you know. You should at least run it past Master Diluc first.
Oh, Adeline, surely you misheard. We were simply taking a walk around the house.
I see. Anyway, what brings you and the traveler to the winery today?
We just returned from Sumeru. It's been a while, so I thought we might drop by and say hello. And perhaps enjoy a complimentary drink while we're here. Surely you wouldn't object, Adeland.
How could I object? We're simply happy that you've come back to see us.
Oh, Adeland, I also brought some gifts for you all. This bottle of essential oil is for you. If you rub it on your hands when it gets cold, your skin won't crack.
Ain't that like the worst thing about like winter? The dry ass skin.
Oh my! I can't believe you remembered something like that.
Of course I remember. You always took such good care of me when I fell sick as a child. In comparison, this is nothing.
You're all grown up now, and you don't get sick nearly as easily. You don't need me to look after you anymore.
True, I don't get sick as much. But speaking of being looked after, when I was in Sumeru, I did find myself and my stomach missing your cooking so terribly.
Oh, are you hungry? Would you like to eat something? You too, traveler. Please tell me if there's anything you'd like to eat.
Well, now that you mention it, I do actually feel a bit peckish.
Steak?
Oh, yes. A nice steak would really hit the spot.
Damn, I'm starting to get hungry.
Fragrant cedarwood grilled. Medium. Stewed vegetables on the side?
Yes, just like you always used to make. Thank you kindly, Adeland.
My pleasure. Traveler, I'm sorry I'm not familiar with your preferences. Would you like to come with me and select a few dishes?
I'll just have what he's having. Like, that sounds amazing. Select a dish. Wait, hold on. Before I do that, I have to find you. Hello.
The taste of home. Truly irreplaceable.
Right, Adeland?
Grilling the steak over fragrant cedarwood infuses it with more flavor than pan-frying it. It's a favorite of Master Kaeya's. Since using an open flame to grill indoors is somewhat inconvenient, we usually set up a grill outdoors. It's perfect for grilling meat, but you can also use it to make stews. I can offer you a satisfying salad, cold cut platter, and anything stewed. What would you prefer, traveler?
Oh, let's go with the sticky honey roast.
Okay, right away.
Adeline easily gets a fire when he prepares to avoid the vegetables.
Master Kaeya really likes stewed vegetables, but it takes the most time. So I'll start making that first, and then prepare your meal once that's underway.
You seem to know Kaya's preferences inside out. You mind sharing them with me so I know what to cook on the next time I have him over?
Of course! I looked after him and Master Diluc when they were growing up. He wasn't always such a complicated character. He was a gentle child, polite and very sweet. Boys, huh? The gentle ones grow up to be wild, and the rambunctious ones become quiet and reserved. At least that's my experience. If there's anything you don't understand about Master Kaeya and his antics, please feel free to talk to me about it.
Will do.
His temperament has changed quite a lot over the years, but he still has a lot of the endearing qualities I remember.
I guess I can't always tell what he's up to.
Kaeya is much savvier and more mature than he used to be. Goodness knows he could be tricky to deal with. But let me share a few little tips.
Ooh.
When he answers your question with a question, stop and think carefully about what he wants you to believe, and don't be led on by him. As for not knowing what he's up to, that's because he loves making up a good cover story. But don't let him get to you too much. You can take it from me. You were drinking a cider lake just now, right?
That's right.
Do you know why it's called that? The name was coined by none other than Master Crepus when he mixed the drink for Master Kaeya himself.
Oh. So Kaeya plays by Fae rules. Noted. Noted!
Oh, they were adorable when they were young. One time, the winery was hosting a banquet, and Master Crepus strictly forbade Master Diluc from drinking. Master Diluc wasn't happy about that, and he convinced Master Kaeya to team up with him and sneak into the wine cellar to steal some dandelion wine. And how did I find this out? because when Master Kaeya attempted to distract me, I could clearly see Diluc hiding around the corner of the corridor, gesturing to Master Kaeya to direct him through the whole thing. The Captain Kaeya of today never bats an eye when he lies, but he wasn't like that at all when he was young. Ah, goodness, how did I get into this? Anyway, they were discovered by Master Krepus in the end, and he was furious. He punished Master Kaeya by making him write lines, and Master Diluc was forced to clean the wine barrels in the cellar.
Hey, as kids, you do naughty things and get, like, in trouble and learn from it.
The wine cellar had over a dozen large wine barrels to scrub, and Master Diluc was just a child. There was no way he could finish it all by himself. Master Krepus really meant to teach him a lesson.
Well, I mean, he was a kid. Like, kids shouldn't be drinking alcohol. That could harm them.
I'd originally planned to secretly finish off the work for him, but when I peeked inside the cellar, I found that Master Kaeya was already there. He and I finished scrubbing the remaining barrels when Master Krepus saw that the bruises on Master Kaeya's hands were even darker than those on Master Diluc's hands. He instantly understood the situation. Master Krepus wasn't stern by nature, so to comfort Master Kaeya, he mixed him a drink and added a few drops of alcohol just so he could have a little taste. So you see, Kaeya was a gentle child, and never one to boast about the things he did for other people. Sometimes he'd even deny it if asked. His friends have a special place in his heart, even if he keeps this to himself.
Aww.
Kaeya's quite a smooth talker these days, but I can tell that his habit of quietly helping others hasn't changed.
I understand what you mean.
Ah, good. Okay, the stew is nearly ready, but the meat and the other dishes will need a moment. Please wait at the table. I'll be over shortly. You're not worried that I can't handle it by myself, are you? Relax. Serving meals is all part of my job as a maid. I can manage.
So what you're saying is that I'm close to Kaeya's heart. As it should be! Kaeya, you absolute sweetheart of a man! Hush! Leave me alone!
Drinking fine wine, eating Adeline's steak. Ah, now this is what I call a vacation.
I got to hear some stories about your childhood.
Oh? What has Adeline been telling you?
You said you were a very smart kid.
So she told the good stories. Well, shucks. Now I'm embarrassed.
Food's ready. I hope you're hungry. I made a little extra, given how long it's been since you were last here.
Oh, we never imagined there would be such a magnificent feast. You've really outdone yourself. Why don't you sit and eat with us this time?
Yeah, let's eat together.
If you keep chatting away, the food will get cold. I'll wait here. Please call me if you need anything.
I don't know why, but I don't like the way this man talks. It makes me want to punch. Too hoity-toity. Well, you're free. You're free to your opinion, storyteller. That just means more Kaeya for me. It's fine.
I'm afraid that just won't do, Adeline. I'm serious. We get together so rarely. Can't you bend the house rules just this once? After all, I don't live here anymore, so I'm just a regular guest. You aren't going to refuse your honored guest this small request, are you?
Since it's you, Master Kaeya, I see no choice but to honor your request. I know that us sharing a meal is a sign of our close relationship, but this is technically against the rules for a maid, so please forgive me for rebuffing you at first. I didn't mean to sound rude.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Just blame Kaeya.
Traveler, given how petty Master Kaeya can be, it must be hard for him to make friends. Does he have any friends in the Knights of Favonius?
Of course, me.
Looks like my efforts have paid off. See, Adeline?
You enjoy some a home-cooked meal with Kaeya and Adeline under a gentle breeze.
Hello, everyone. Pardon me, but is this Dawn Winery?
Oh, hello.
I'm Guangzhe, a guard with the Secure Transport Agency under the Leo Communications Office. Here's my card.
Wait, you work with Gaming?
No wonder Elzer felt so strongly about staying. He certainly wasn't kidding about how busy it is. Mr. Guangzhi, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure is all mine. The Secure Transport Agency has worked with your fine establishment in the past, though we have only corresponded through letters. I always found it a great pity that I, the overseer of our cooperation, have never had the occasion to visit in person.
Why don't we go inside to discuss the details? No doubt the conversation will flow better with some of our wines to taste. Adeline, we'll continue our discussion later. Could you fetch some apple cider for the three of us?
Certainly, Master Kaeya. Please wait a moment.
Oh. I don't mind entertaining guests by his side.
And how might I address you, sir, as well as your
girlfriend?
Just Kaeya is fine. I'm standing in today for Elzer, who usually manages the winery's business. And this is my good friend.
Hi, I'm Moon.
A pleasure to meet you as well. I'm not just here today to pay a visit. I actually have an invitation for Master Diluc to cut the ribbon at a ceremony to celebrate our agency's business. Our collaboration with Dawn Winery last year was quite successful, and I was curious about your product shipment plans for the next quarter. If it's no trouble, please, also mention to Master Diluc that our agency has expanded this year, so if the winery has any additional needs, please consider us.
Master Kaeya, the apple cider you requested.
Master? Wait. Pardon my foolishness, but might I inquire as to your relation to Dawn Winery?
I'm Master Krepus's adopted son, and Master Diluc's brother. However, as a serving captain with the Knights of Favonius, I am rarely at the winery.
My mistake. I apologize for not realizing earlier. I do hope I have not done you a discourtesy.
Oh, you're fine.
You may have misunderstood, Mr. Guangzhi. Though I am Master Diluc's brother, I don't actually live at Dawn Winery. I'm also a guest here today. I'm merely here receiving guests due to Elzer being temporarily indisposed. But please, don't worry. I will be sure to extend your invitation to Master Diluc.
Thank you for your graciousness. I knew the Dawn Winery's wines were delicious, but I am only now discovering how wonderful the apple cider is. It has a clear and inviting fragrance.
In addition to the apple cider, the winery has an extensive collection of reserve wines and liquors. I see you are also a connoisseur of fine wines, so it would be a shame not to sample some.
Kaeya really wants that reserved wine. He really wants that reserved wine so bad.
Adeline, please fetch a bottle from the reserve collection in the second floor wine locker.
As you wish, Master.
The three of you enjoy apple cider and an exquisite bottle of reserve.
Thank you again for your most gracious hospitality. Today's trip was very fruitful. Now, allow your humble servant to take his leave.
Please, it was a pleasure. Here's hoping we'll have a chance to share some more fine wines together in the future.
Yeah. Yeah, he again, sneaky. You sneaky man.
The guest has left, Master Kaeya.
Kaeya's plan succeeded again.
It's no skin off my nose. Master Diluc may have a few choice words when he learns of the situation, but that's all.
Yeah, I'm not helping you out there, my guy. My dear. You're gonna have to deal with Diluc alone.
All I really wanted to say is, you will always be a part of the Dawn Winery family, Master Kaeya.
Aw.
I have never considered you an outsider. No matter when, if you ever feel tired, you'll always be welcome here.
I understand, Adeline. Oh, now this is a busy day. Who's at the door this time?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone. I'm back.
What do you mean you're back?
Now that was fast. How are you feeling?
The doctor said there was nothing to worry about. I just need some rest. But on the way back, I met someone who was looking for Master Kaeya.
Kaeya! Shh! Klee's here to rescue you. Come on! Let's escape.
Kaeya's not in danger, sweetheart.
Ah, Miss Honorary Knight! Are you grounded with Kaeya too?
No, honey.
Grounded? Yes, Albedo was saying something about that. Sumeru was fun, but it can't compare with Mondstadt. So here we are.
You two must have done something to make Jean mad, but that's okay.
Oh, sweet baby Klee.
Kaeya has rescued Klee loads of times before, so when Albedo told me you came back, I went and said sorry to Jean. Kaeya, you're free now! We can go play together again!
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Oh, if my memory serves me correctly, this child is...
A bomb threat.
This is a fully qualified Knight of Favonius. Klee.
Or that too.
Hello, miss. I'm Klee. We're sorry. Please don't ground Kaeya.
What?
I really need to take Kaeya and Miss Honorary Knight away, so we can go find Albedo, Sucrose, Amber, and everyone else and play together.
Oh, you're such a sweetheart. I know I'm repeating myself, but Klee is just like, she's like sweet as can be.
I see. Hello, Miss Klee. You needn't worry. Master Kaeya's grounding is long over.
See, Adeland, you don't need to worry about me. I have lots of people to care for me now.
Me included. I'll take care of all of his needs. Aww. That's cute. Really skillish. Alright. We got two more. We got two more. Interesting. Ooh, oh yeah. I think I know. This might end up leading to the same thing, but I do want to see D-Luke, so. Oh, Sans, hello. Thank you for the quote sunrise. Okay. So we're probably about to see a bunch of like the same things. So I'll try to like quick fast track it a little bit. Yes, thank you for the monk Sans. I'm pretty sure this will probably be like the same ending. Oh, wait. Oh! I flew too far down.
I'm surprised Klee still hasn't escaped. I taught her a few tricks just before I left.
This is just the norm to you?
Kids will always have...
Yep.
Well, how... D-Luke should be there tomorrow since he has business to deal with. But then there's... What do you think? When should we go?
Let's go tomorrow and say hi to D-Luke.
That works. Then I guess we'll see D-Luke. Let's meet at the front entrance of the Dawn Winery tomorrow.
Wait till the next day. I want to see D-Luke. Because I want to see Kaeya and D-Luke interact with each other. I think it's always a fun time when those two interact. It's always a good time. Not the cut to you, Spider. I went too far down, so I had to climb back up. Yep. There's that nail. I can see it all the way from here. Crystal Fly, I see you. I'm here. Alright. Don't have to wait too long. Yes, by the way, if you hear me eating, I'm having myself Pumpkin chocolate chip cookie. Very delicious. Hello.
You made it. Come on, let's go inside.
It is, and I'm like shocked that like, because I'm pretty sure like these are like a seasonal item. I'm surprised like normally I would eat them like around like get them around like October, like November.
Brace yourself for some sour grapes.
Yeah, normally I get them like around like October, November, because like, you know, that's around the time like, you know, American Thanksgiving is. And like I was shocked to see them at the store. I was like, huh? These are here now? Crab. I did not go in the store for these cookies. I came in there for bread.
If you're not feeling well, then let me go this time.
Luke!
Oh, I'm fine. It's not serious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything important.
I mean, if we are, like, Kaeya and I can just, like, leave and I'll just take him out somewhere.
What are you doing here today? And I see you've brought a +1.
Greetings.
Oh, it's nothing particularly pressing. It's just that we recently returned from Sumeru, and given how long it's been since we last visited the winery, we thought we'd drop by and say hello.
Is that it? Make yourselves comfortable then.
Oh, do you really mean that? Because my definition of comfortable happens to involve prodigious amounts of your finest wines. Speaking of which, I'm curious where you store the wine these days. Is it the same place as it always used to be?
Sounds like you're in a hurry to reach your goal. Been plotting this raid for a long time.
Like, I can imagine the bombastic side eye, but what would you call this? Bombastic front eye?
Plotting a raid? Why, you misunderstand me. The truth is, a rumor happened to reach my ears recently. My informants tell me that last month, the Dawn Winery spent a large sum of mora on 2 bottles of limited edition Northland Valberry
Bombastic
liquor.
stare down. Yes, there we go.
Turns out that they were likely just cheap knockoffs masquerading as the real thing. Of course, a teetotaler like yourself would struggle to tell the difference. So why not get a connoisseur to help you appraise the quality? Oh, wait. But the sterling reputation of Dawn Winery is at stake. Why, if you really purchased bootleg liquor, that would be scandalous. Better to have unknown and insignificant alcohol aficionados do the taste test for you, to prevent word getting out.
Damn, Kaeya.
Quite the story. You used that one last year. Got anything else?
What? Really? I totally forgot. In that case, how about the principle of reciprocity?
I feel like D-Luke's like, as long as you come up with a plausible story, sure. Like, I'll give you the wine, sure. Just come up with a better story.
Here, this is for you. I bought it for you in Sumeru. And it cost a veritable mountain of mora.
Thanks. Put it on the table.
That's it? No comment whatsoever?
You want a comment? Okay then. This thing is very in line with your unique aesthetic tastes. Much like that vase over there. Elza, fetch a bottle of this year's newest batch from the warehouse, or else someone will keep blathering on with endless excuses.
You can't say no, can you, D-Luke?
One moment, Master Kaeya. I shall fetch it immediately.
D-Luke is a grumpy softie. Huh. Okay, looks like it's fine now. Alrighty. For some reason, my PNG model like tends to yap on its own sometimes.
What's wrong, Elzer? Are you okay?
Dude, go see a doctor, please.
My throat is a bit raspy is all. It got better after I began taking medicine, but recently it flared up again. Other than a bit of difficulty breathing now and then, it's nothing to be concerned about.
That's very concerning, Elzer. Please go see a doctor.
Many illnesses are caused by overwork. If you don't get enough rest, medicine alone won't solve the problem.
That too.
Surely you should have long since handed over the work of the winery to Diluc by now. You can't keep being Diluc's butler. He's becoming a louse.
Actually, most of the time he...
Take some time off, Elzer. Don't put it off any longer. I'll handle the guild matters. It's important to take care of your health. You have to take it seriously. And, cavalry captain, you would do well to remember that brevity is the soul of wit.
Ooh.
Master Diluc, Master Kaeya, thank you both. Then I'll take my leave and rest for a few days.
Good.
Enjoy your vacation. Though, before you officially clock out, let me head out the door with you. We can grab a few bottles on the way. There's nothing quite like enjoying a quality wine while feeling the gentle breeze against your face.
Wanna come, Diluc?
Normally I'd accompany you, but unfortunately I still have some pressing matters to take care of. My apologies and regards to both of you.
Really? Oh, that's a shame.
The way he said that. You know he was hesitating because of Kaeya.
Where's Kaeya? Gone already?
I'm still here. What are you working on?
Right now, just the usual day-to-day winery business. But I'll be attending a meeting in Elzer's place shortly. The meeting concerns research and development of new beverages, and involves collaboration between several different wineries. It makes more sense for me to attend anyway. Kaeya can answer any questions you might have while I'm not here. He's quite familiar with the winery.
Alrighty.
I asked Connor to select a bottle of our best. He'll bring it by shortly.
You asked Connor?
He hasn't seen you in a while. He's just happy to be able to do this for you.
Considerate as ever. Ah, Elzer, I also brought you a gift. Here, this belt buckle's for you.
Such artistry. Thank you very much indeed. I'll put it on as soon as I get home.
Glad you like it. Go on, enjoy your time off. And don't forget to see a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, Master Kaeya. I'll be taking my leave now.
Elzer is a good guy, and he's very responsible. But with 1,000 different things to worry about each day, that same sense of responsibility wears him down.
Master Kaeya, your wine and an apple cider for your friend. All freshly fermented this year. Please, have a taste. Traveler, this one's for you.
Thank you.
Oh, very clear. And a full-bodied aroma. That's rather nice.
Isn't it? This one's a little on the sweeter side, but I can go grab a dry one if you'd prefer.
No need. Sweet is just fine. Let's drink one together.
Don't mind if I do. I haven't caught up with you like this in a long time. We used to always pour the first glass for you when cracking open a new barrel. With you gone these past few years, I've had to drink it for you.
Well, since it wasn't me harvesting the grapes, de-stemming, and crushing them, it's much more fitting that you should take the first taste.
De-stemming?
It's an important step in the winemaking process. After harvesting the grapes, the stems have to be removed prior to fermentation, or they'll affect the quality. If you'd like, Traveler, you can help us harvest some grapes. Winemaking can be quite a lot of fun.
Sure, if you'll have me.
It isn't nearly as exciting as he makes it sound. Your back will be in so much pain after picking grapes that you won't be able to stand up straight.
Oh, I'd rather you be the reason for that issue.
Master Kaeya is right. Harvesting grapes is a back-breaking labor. But seeing the grapes turn into grape juice, then ferment into wine, it's a fascinating experience. And every person at the winery should have a chance to share in it.
Wait, so D-Luke actually knows the winemaking?
Oh, goodness no. Master D-Luke is far too busy, not just during the day, but even at night.
And that's when he's up to his Batman of Mondstadt activities.
Oh? And just what is D-Luke always so busy with?
Well, you know, come nightfall, he's always out there, networking and so on. Master Kaeya, you may be surprised to learn just what lengths Master D-Luke is willing to go to for the sake of the business.
Connor, you're an awful liar. I hate to see you struggle.
Oh, so Master Kaeya, how do you like your drink? I remember you weren't very
Networking is what we're calling it. Well, I mean, he's finding the network of the Abyss Order. Connor almost exposed the Dark Knight hero.
That was because the adults said children weren't allowed even a drop. Don't you remember how much trouble D-Luke got in that time he snuck a drink?
Ah, yes, of course. Adeline even covered for the two of you.
But on a serious note, having grown up at a winery, I spent my childhood watching Tunner plant the grape seeds, waiting for them to ripen on the vine, harvesting them together and waiting for the alcohol to ferment. Even though I couldn't help with making distilled spirits, watching everyone work was fascinating. How could anyone not love to drink with a childhood like that?
Is that a dig at D-Luke?
So, let us raise a glass to wine itself, and in thanks to the gracious hospitality the winery has shown us today.
To our generous hosts.
Here, here, to Dawn Winery.
3 glasses clink and are promptly drained in celebration.
Speaking of wine, Connor, I have a gift for you. It's a decanter set from Sumeru.
I get a present too? Thank you, Master Kaeya.
Oh, you really went and got gifts for everyone. What a sweetheart.
Time really does fly. I still remember the days when everyone was giving you gifts at your birthday parties when you were young. Now I have wrinkles and Tunner's bent double, while Master Kaeya is the cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius.
How is Tunner holding up?
He's still tough, but getting on in years, so some things just aren't as easy as they were. But he's used to doing things his way and doesn't trust new employees to do it for him. A lot of the temporary workers I hired quit because they couldn't handle how picky he was. Master Kaeya, if you have time, why not go talk to him about it? You're probably the only person he'll listen to besides Master D-Luke.
I definitely owe him a visit. I haven't seen him in some time, and I do have fond memories of the days when he was teaching me to pick grapes.
Sorry if I cut you off there. Chat with Tunner.
The art of winemaking is fascinating. Would you like to try and learn?
Oh, right here. Oh. Hello.
Busy day today, Tunner?
Oh, Master Kaeya, you're back. No, I'm not at all busy. I just spend my hours watching the grapes growing on the vine. They're growing wonderfully this year. A few rows are almost ripe. We've already begun harvesting them these past few days, so that'll keep me occupied. Sit, sit. After we're done picking, I'll bring a few bunches over for you to try.
No need. We were just drinking with Connor, and our stomachs are so full of wine that we couldn't eat a bite.
What about your friend? Doesn't she want to try?
No, I'm not hungry, but thank you.
Allow me to introduce the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius.
Ah, the honorary knight in the flesh. There are so many talented people in the Knights of Favonius. You all have bright futures ahead of you.
Harvesting grapes is hard work. Let me help you. Do you still remember how I used to help out when we were short-handed?
I believe I do. In that case, I'm counting on you.
I'll help too.
What's this? Everyone's clamoring to do manual labor? Well, suits me. More help is always appreciated. Come with me, young lass. I'll tell you which grapes are ripe enough, and you can pick them.
All right. Well, I'm trying to see if I can find Kaeya. Like if I could see him anywhere. It's not. Let me just bump some produce off.
Happy to have another helper. Now, let's go pick some grapes.
All right.
Ooh, you have nimble hands, lassie. Master Kaeya wasn't nearly so careful when he was young. He mangled so many his first time. What a waste.
Weren't they gonna be crushed anyway?
Fortunately, the young master has a good head on his shoulders. Didn't take long for him to get up to speed. And now he's turned into such an outstanding young man. Polite and kind.
Retweet. Oh, there he is.
If I had a son as exceptional as Kaeya, oh, I would be the happiest man in Mondstadt.
Winery rules state that whoever picks the most grapes without damaging them gets to drink the first glass from the new batch.
Oh. That's quite the incentive, if you like wine.
There's a few more rows of grapes up ahead. Let's finish picking them together. Careful not to damage the grapes when you pinch the stem.
Where are we going? Oh.
These grapes look excellent. You're a fast learner.
We're back to Tunner. All right.
I'll take them. Good job.
Thank you.
Master Kaeya left the winery and moved to Mondstadt. Just like my own son, Guy. He left home to join the Knights of Favonius, too. I don't know him like Miss Adeline or Master Diluc do, but I know that no matter how old your child gets, they always need a home they can come back to. And without family by your side, you at least need the companionship of friends.
It's a good thing he has me.
I've been working here for decades and watched him grow up with my own two eyes. Sometimes I get the sense that there is something bothering him. Something deep-rooted.
Oh, yeah. Very deep-rooted.
But he guards his secrets closely. Or perhaps he just doesn't want to involve us. After all, I doubt that we could help him. I can see that you have a good relationship with Master Kaeya. Please look after him. He's very dear to us.
He's very dear to me, too, so I'll take very good care of him.
Hearing that puts my mind at ease. You're a good child. Thank you.
He's an important friend to me.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Knowing that he has a friend like you, we here at the winery can be happy for him.
You're looking very happy, Tunner. Was the traveler telling you some jokes?
Yeah, I totally wasn't, praising you in any way, shape, or form.
No jokes. I've received a letter from my son, Guy. He's really going places. I'm so delighted. Master Kaeya, honorary knight. My eyesight is fading in my old age. Could you read it out for me?
Of course.
Thank you both.
Aww. These are so cute. Oh my gosh. These are so freaking cute. All right. All right. Looks like we got one more? Possibly? Man. I wanna... Well, I feel like this might take a little bit. But, damn it, if I want more Kaeya content. Oh my gosh. Can Kaeya be in like one of the next events, please? Damn. Please.
Gundafar, we are in the middle of a war.
Oh, sweet. You do have a skip function. You want to stop and see the show?
Actually, yes. I saw some guards do a musical performance when I was traveling with their caravan in Sumeru. They were desert dwellers. So are these actors. And I think I actually recognize one of them. Come on, let's go watch.
Love good theater.
Your Majesty, not only has God bestowed the throne upon you, but your beloved son, Prince Kubad, has led our brave warriors to victory against Frasyav's army. His men have laid down their arms and fled. Frasyav's brazen ambition is no more. He has bowed his head and now presents to your Majesty an offering of treasures and hostages, as well as a plea for peace. My king, this battle has finally restored the dignity of our people. Moreover, with Frasyav's offer of land comes the opportunity to expand our borders, as your Majesty so greatly wishes. His Highness the Prince and I believe this peace settlement will be a great boon to our nation. It is for this reason alone that I have removed my armor and made haste back to our halls from the front lines. My king, what say you to this proposal?
Ah, it's the tale of Prince Kubad. Ever heard this one?
Feels like we've missed a lot of the backstory.
Don't worry, I still remember the general plot. Let me fill you in on the background while the king deliberates. The main characters are the brilliant Prince Kubad and his war-hungry father, King Kabus. The one talking to the king right now is Gundafar, the prince's tutor. When the prince was young, the king was deceived by a malicious rumor that the prince had mistreated his stepmother. He demanded that the prince walk through a blazing fire to prove his innocence. Miraculously, the prince emerged unscathed, thus proving his innocence. But the seeds of doubt had already been sown in the king's mind. Now uneasy in the presence of his mistrustful father, the prince requested to be sent away to the battlefield where he would fight against Frasyav's army. That's the enemy general we heard them mention just now. This is the part where the prince has won the war and decided to forge a peace with the rival nation. He wrote a letter recommending peace to his father. Oh, it looks like the king's made up his mind. Let's keep watching.
Frasyav lost because he did not have the blessing of God. Our God will always watch over us and punish our enemies. Once the bells of war have begun to toll, they shall not cease until the blood of our enemies fills the land. There can be no victory until the last enemy soldier has fallen. If Kubad still wishes to be my son and hold the intaglio I bestowed upon him as proof of his royal blood, then he must obey my command.
Your Majesty, I must caution that a nation destroyed is not a fallen city writ large. Now, the loss of one city strikes fear into the hearts of our enemies, compelling them to accept defeat and cede land in exchange for peace. If, however, we insist on bringing a whole nation to its knees, then so long as a single person is left standing, they will see us as their sworn enemy, and one day return to us tenfold the pain that we have inflicted on their nation and family.
It's like, oh, hey.
My king, a people is to their nation as wild grass to the open prairie. Though we burn down the whole field and spare not one blade of grass, roots continue to grow unseen beneath the surface. Come the spring, it is all but inevitable that fresh green shoots will rise up from the ashes.
Cease, Gundafar. Your mind grows dull in your old age, filled with naive delusions. We shall have no more need of you on the battlefield. As for my son Kubad, I will summon him back to the capital, so he may be tried by a court-martial.
What are you saying, my noble king? Why must you mistrust your own flesh and blood and sink ever deeper into the blight of hatred? When he was falsely accused, you once doubted his honor and made him walk through a raging fire. Did he not prove himself worthy by emerging unharmed from the flames? Now you would turn me away when I seek only to provide the wisdom of counsel. What is the justification for this?
He went a little cuckoo. He went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
The justification is that my word, not yours, is the law of the land. Cease and be gone, Gundafar, so you may spend the rest of your days with your wife.
What has become of the king that I served with my life? Fanaticism has robbed him of all reason and wisdom. Peace is surely the most favorable path for our nation, yet he refuses to accept it.
I'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, I'm back.
I must think of a way to seize control of the army back from the hands of my wayward son, that they might continue the fight to the end. Perhaps the first task should be this. I shall send a loyal contingent of warriors to eliminate Frosyav and the hostages he has sent to our palace.
Brilliant acting, Darbil.
I saw you approaching us in the middle of the scene. I was worried that my performance would be subpar and you'd think I was just making a fool of myself.
Not at all. Far from it. Actually, let me introduce you. This is Darbil, the actor for King Caboose. When we first got to know each other, he was still a guard for one of the merchant caravans. Seems like he's now made the switch to full-time acting.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Any friend of Kaeya's is a friend of mine. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't making all that much as a mercenary. It felt right to me to get away from the danger and live a more stable life. I was already pretty good at telling stories, so I just recruited a few friends and started performing shows all over the country.
Oh, good for you.
Full disclosure, we had to put this little stage together using whatever wood and cloth we could borrow. It's really low budget. Anyway, we're all good enough at acting to get through the motions, but none of us are any good at coming up with a script. Everything we tried to write just sounded off somehow. So I got a student from the academia to adapt an old story I knew to make it more appealing to our audience. What do you think? Passable?
I could tell that you've had someone tighten up the lines. They turned out very nicely.
Ah, that's good. Well, as you can see, even now, we still don't have much of an audience. Don't suppose you'd be interested to see the rest of the show?
Sure, why not? I don't have anything pressing lined up. And I don't think the Traveler does either.
No, my only concern today is spending time with you.
Tickets for 2, please. How much would that be?
There's no need for tickets. You could just get some food from Jafar Tavern. We've worked out an arrangement with them. We've actually found a sponsor for this performance, too. He's not too happy about the poor turnout, though. I doubt we'll be able to keep him for the next performance. A real pity. But what can you do, huh?
Darbil Asgar still hasn't shown up for the next scene. We should get his costume and sword out so they'll be ready to go the moment he gets here.
My apologies. I have to get ready for the upcoming scene. I'll see you from the stage.
Order food from this meal. Wait. Oh, nope. Not collectible. Hello.
Would you two like to order some food? What can I get you? If you're looking for recommendations, today's special is the tandoori roast chicken.
Ah, bear with us a moment. We're just going to take a look at the menu.
So, how did you become friends with Darbil?
I was at Port Ormos discussing some business opportunities, and some crook was trying to pull a fast one on me. Darbil took pity on me and politely asked him to make himself scarce. He's a good guy. A decent storyteller, too. Quite an interesting character. There's a lot of fun to be had if you hang around interesting people doing interesting things. Especially if you're in the company of an interesting friend. That's my secret formula for staying in a good mood. Try it out sometime. You'll see what I mean.
I'm already trying it out.
Thanks for waiting. We're ready to order now. We'll take you up on that tandoori roast chicken. And let's throw in some desserts, too. 1 each of the rose custard, that talumba, and the patisara pudding, please. That should see us through the show.
Your food's on the way. It'll just be a few more minutes.
Let me just, hold on. Just, right here. Hold on, let me get up. Alright. Damn it! It won't let me.
We've got good seats, close to the stage, but also not too crowded. We can watch the show. If I remember correctly, the next scene should focus on the prince. but I won't spoil it for you. You have to experience it for yourself.
See, it sounds like the story has made quite the impression on you.
You could say that. It's always stayed with me because it's hammered home a cruel but realistic truth. People do not choose where and when to be born, yet the circumstances of their birth define the choices that they will have for the rest of their life.
Here you are. The check's on the table, too. Just call me over when you're ready to settle up.
No need. I'll pay up front. Here. Keep the change.
Thank you, sir. Oh, but this is too generous.
Call it a token of my gratitude for the excellent service. The food all smells wonderful, too, so please pass my compliments to the chef.
Thank you so much, sir.
Let's dig in, traveler.
You enjoy the feast with Kaeya.
Hey, Kaeya. I'm so sorry, but the actor who plays the prince has run into some difficulties and won't be able to make it. We can't do the rest of the show without him, so I'm really, really sorry, but we'll have to call the show right here.
Can you use an understudy? Oh, can Kaeya fill in for him?
Ooh, that would be fun. I wouldn't say no.
I was just kidding, but pop off, King.
Would you lose any income if I were to mess this up?
Not really. I mean, there's not much of an audience here anyway. I wouldn't want to take too much of your time, though.
Don't worry about that. I like to be spontaneous now and then. Spice things up a little.
Let me think. Well, you already know the story, so you just need to memorize a few lines. You know what? This might actually work. Wait, but Kubad has a specific costume he's supposed to wear, and there's no way you'd fit into it. Switching actors is one thing, but wearing street clothes on stage would really ruin the immersion. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work.
Well, good thing that I've actually got a costume with me. It goes pretty well with your stage, too.
Oh, you guys, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
You're kidding. Can you show it to me?
Sure. If you can show me the way to your changing room.
It's in the restaurant. Follow me.
Oh. 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 Ah!
Gotta say, I think I actually look pretty dapper in this. It's a pity I don't have many opportunities to wear it in public.
It's a pity I don't have access to this skin anymore. I could have gotten this skin for free. But Oh, you look so goddamn good in that, my guy. Sunrise. I started playing this game December 2023. So I was not here for it. I was not. Oh, he looks so good. Oh, pop off, King. I am on my knees. You're such a show off. But you do look pretty good.
Not a fan of me as a prince? I'll have to act my heart out so you'll be too dazzled to make any digs.
Kaeya, here's your script for the next scene. It's not too long, but you also don't have very long to prepare. Do you think you can memorize your lines in time?
Only one way to find out.
Kaeya and the actors briefly rehearse the scene.
Okay, I think we've covered all your lines and movements on stage. You haven't had long to prepare, so don't worry about forgetting your lines. We'll remind you.
All right, I'm good to go.
Great. Then let's get this show on the road.
Let me see him.
General Kubad, son of Kabus, the fate of this battle is clear. I beg you, please spare my few remaining men. They no longer have the strength to fight back.
Frasyav, though you now lead only the husk of a once mighty army, I have no desire to crush your dignity. Even your most savage warriors have no desire to see further bloodshed, and none among your ranks have opposed these peace talks. Nevertheless, I must hear it from you one final time. General Frasyav, do you agree to sign a treaty in good faith and commit from this day forth to peace between our nations?
With my army in ruins, I am in no position to do otherwise. But on this, I give you my word. Yes, let us end our hostilities and send our surviving men home to their families.
We share the desire to lay down our arms for good and liberate our hearts from the dirge of hatred. Then as God above is our witness, by the authority vested in me by this intaglio of King Caboose, I hereby declare that I will spare your hostages and what remains of your army. May peace be restored to this land, and may these fields of war become a place where crops grow aplenty. My tutor, Gundafar, has already made haste to my father, the king, with the recommendation of a truce. It is my sincere hope that he will see that peace as a path to prosperity and grant me his blessing.
Prince Kubad, your name is renowned throughout your land and ours. I will place my hope in your words.
One will find on a battlefield no master of ceremonies, nor the paper on which a treaty may be signed. In their absence, let us raise our weapons and swear an oath.
I know we're in the middle of a performance, but I'm just now noticing the skin has like it's an itty bitty one, but he's got a booby window. He's got a boob window. Chef's kiss.
I, Kubad, son of Caboose, hereby pledge protection to you and all of your kin. May the oath be stained red with my blood if I am ever to renounce this oath.
Wow, your friend is so dreamy. He's not a real prince by any chance, is he?
Girl, back off. You weren't even looking at him when he was in his regular clothes. If you don't like Kaeya at his worst, you don't deserve him at his best. Leave. Leave.
Hey, Rashana, you don't want to miss this. The good-looking guy who left that huge tip is acting on stage with Dark.
Am I wrong, Sunrise? Am I wrong? She wasn't paying him no mind until she saw him in his delectable outfit. And now she's like, oh, your friend's so dreamy. Girl, bye.
Darbill's one lucky man.
I return, Your Highness. I hope I'm not too late. Have you already promised peace to Frasyav?
Nay, I am not so rash as to preempt my father's blessing. I promised only what I could so far, the safety of his kin.
My child, I must share with you the gravest news. Caboose has become blinded by fanaticism and hatred, and will stop at nothing to vanquish every last man under Frasyav's lead.
Yeah, Kaeya's always been fine. Oh, he's always been fine.
How can this be? You mean to say that my father has rejected our proposal for peace?
He has indeed. I urged him to reconsider, and for this I was rebuked and dismissed from his service. But far stricter punishment than this awaits you, should you return home with your troops. Please heed my warnings, dear child. I dare not imagine what unspeakable atrocities your father intends to commit.
All this because your son was accused of slighting your new spouse. Yeah, your dad's like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for sure.
Nay, the truce must stand. I cannot renounce my oath. How can man claim to stand above beast without remaining true to his word? The masses have grown weary of death and conflict in both our nation and theirs. Are we all now to bend to his will and massacre countless more to satisfy a desire that is his alone? When I departed my beloved home to fight in a foreign land, I did so to honor his wishes and for my duty to our people. Alas, is this fate's grand design? Is this fate's grand design?
Kaeya, the next line is, "Alas, is this fate's grand design, that I should spend the rest of my days in a foreign land, till I am laid to rest in a grave far from home?"
Must it be so?
Huh? Wait, that's not part of the script. Kaeya, did you not hear me?
My dear audience, I ask you this. Do you believe in fate? If fate decreed that your life was to end in tragedy, what would you do?
Oh, he's going off script. He's going off script. Let him cook. Let him cook. Wait, why did you just throw the pop to me? Seems like improv with the audience. Guess it's playing wrong. I would challenge my fate and rise above it.
Oh? Then so must it be. Yes, so must it be. I shall discard this intaglio and rid myself of the shackles of fate.
Wait, but that's not... My dear prince, do you intend to betray your father and abandon your heritage?
Fate means to send the machinations of war to every corner of the land, to fan the flames of conflict till they engulf the entire world. Fate would see my sword tainted with the blood of innocence, that the bright banner of my homeland might fly in every nation known to mankind. But I shall not bow to the will of fate. I am no pawn in heaven's plan.
Oh, oh, gosh.
Bravo! Where did this guy come from? Is he one of the new hires?
Hey, shut up. Stop interrupting.
I, Kubad, will spend the rest of my days in a foreign land, till I breathe my last in a place far from home.
Oh, at least he brought it back in the end.
Prince Kubad, my child, there is no need to be rash. Please bring at least your fortune and the retainers who will always be loyal to you.
Gundafar, my dear mentor, you have always been like a father to me. It brings me only anguish to bid you farewell. But I must walk this path, or freedom dies by my hand. Goodbye, my tribe and kin. Farewell, sweet land of my birth.
Goodbye, my child.
The now sizable audience bursts into applause, as they should, as they frickin' should. Hey, sweetie, you did amazing!
Ooh, it's Prince Kubad. Could I please get your autograph?
Why, certainly, ma'am.
Ooh, thank you. I'll just go find a pen.
Good show, Kaeya.
Feeling more like a fan now?
I've always been your fan, shut up.
Acting is quite fun. If there ever came a day when I left the Knights of Favonius, I think I might go into acting full-time.
Darbil, could you introduce me to this young man?
Ah, my apologies, Master Toos. I somehow missed you in the crowd earlier.
I was some distance away. I just came over near the end after I noticed the large crowd gathered around the stage. The performance was outstanding across the board. I knew that the poor turnout over the past few days was just bad luck. It was only ever a matter of time before you hit it big. The improvised section was particularly good. I think you could include some improvisation as a staple in future performances. As for the prop he threw, no need to get it back. It's fairly cheap anyway.
Thank you, sir. And a big thanks also to our wonderful prince. Had Kaeya not agreed to fill in, he might have disbanded right on the spot.
Kaeya, was it? Well, young man, I must say you've made quite the impression on me. My caravan is always loaded with the finest food and wines. You're welcome to visit at any time.
Thank you for the invite, sir, but I'm afraid I've reached the end of my time at Sumeru. I'm sure that my friends and family in Mondstadt must be missing me terribly.
Well then, consider it an open invitation. Once you've been bitten by the travel bug, my friend, you'll be getting itchy feet again before too long. My door is always open. If you're ever interested, please ask Darbil to reach out to me. Darbil, we can continue discussions on the sponsorship once you've wrapped up today's show. I'm going back to the inn.
Thank you so much, Master Tooth. I'll see you shortly. Seriously, Kaeya, thank you for bailing me out again. You're a good guy. May the gods bless you.
I don't think that's quite the appropriate phrase for him.
You know, you should stay for a few more days. I owe you a meal at the very least.
Darbil, Asgar is back. He lost track of time playing Genius Invocation TCG. You've got to sort him out.
I wonder if he was playing against Sino.
Genius Invocation again? Ah, that does it. That kid's not getting away with it this time. Please excuse me, Kaeya. I will be right back.
Sure, there's no rush. Okay, I think they're all gone. Let's slip away now while we can.
Imagine it's Sino's fault. All right, yes, let's step out. Let's go. Leave quietly with Kaeya. Say less. Say less. There he is.
All right, this should be far enough. Don't think they'll find me here.
Weren't you gonna sign some autographs?
People were starting to expect a lot of things that I didn't sign up for. Besides, the missing actor is back now. Darbil shouldn't be needing me to stand in again.
God damn, Kaeya, you look so good in that outfit. Like, you were serving. So much.
I don't mind socializing, but compared to chatting over food and drink, I much prefer just going wild on the stage. What about you? Did you enjoy the show?
Oh, I thought your performance was amazing. Mostly, I was curious to know what was going through your mind on stage.
Oh? I was expecting a lengthier critique, but you've thrown the question right back at me. Sneaky. All right, I'll rise to your challenge.
Well, I learned from the best, my sweet cat.
Let me think. All the world's a stage, and all the people merely players. Does that answer your question?
And you threw it right back at me.
Perhaps there's an inept god out there deciding everyone's fates, much like the academia student drafting Darbil's scripts.
Is that a dig at Venti? I feel like that's a dig at Venti.
Yeah, inept is a good word for it. Honestly, it might even be a little too civil to describe a god who turns fathers against their sons and is bent on endless warmongering, don't you think? Anyway, that's exactly why actors need to wake up and realize they don't have to follow the script. There's nothing to stop them from following their gut and making it up as they go along.
Does this inept god really exist?
Oh, my dear traveler, please don't take me too literally. I don't want you to get the wrong idea. The god is just a figure of speech. The real point I'm making is about the actors. Everyone, you and I included, is both an actor and a member of the audience. If you don't like the script, just walk off the stage and join the audience. You always have a choice.
That sounds difficult.
A little too obtuse? Well, don't dwell on it. It's nothing worth losing sleep over. I was just thinking aloud. Relax, be yourself, do your thing. That's all I'm really trying to say. When I did my little bit of audience interaction back there, you had no time to prepare. You had to just say what you thought in the moment. I think those spontaneous thoughts are often the most authentic. And that's why I liked your answer. You're still holding on to the intaglio I threw you from the stage, right? Keep it. Think of it as a souvenir from my improvised performance.
Will do.
It's been the most fascinating day, hasn't it, little birdie?
Oh. Oh. So pretty. Oh, why'd you have to leave? I wish I had your outfit. But At least I do have you. Yes, you were given to me for free. I still appreciate you very, very much. And that is Kaeya's hangout event. Let's see, you guys. Are you willing to... I don't think I'd finish a whole nother hangout event. But what would you say to starting another one? What would you guys say to starting another one? Between the two, at least 20 sims. Gosh. Are you trying to guess the end amount of the amount of times I simped during Kaeya's hangout event? Is that what you're trying to do? I do, chat. I do see that there is a bit of an ad break. To be 8. To be 8. Yep, that's it. That is 8. Oh, that's cool. No, I'm too lazy for numbers, lol. Yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm just checking something. Yeah. No. Okay. So I just need 10 more wishes and then like I will hard pity. I can hard pity if need be. But I really do, because I'm saving for Farina. Farina's coming up soon. I'm pretty sure. Oh, in 10 days. Oh, I still got 10 days. Oh, Koji, I know exactly what you're about to do. I know exactly what you're about to do, so go ahead and do it. What do you mean it's not working? You haven't even redeemed it.
Bringing top-to-bottom reform to our foreign trade sector is exceptionally difficult.
Yeah. But Koji, I haven't seen any redeems. I didn't see any redeems. You didn't redeem it, so you can't send me nothing. Gotta say that redeem. We're not doing it. I'm locked in on saving for C2 for Zhongli this year. Ooh, how do you do? I believe it's exclamation point redeem space react. I believe that's the I should have a list of commands in my about section. There you go. There you go, Koji. Now you can send it. Okay, okay. Since oh, okay, you got the video up. All right. All right. Well, before we watch the video, here, how about I set up a poll? How about I set up a poll?
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Hush, Kaeya. I love you, but hush. I'm not slacking. I'm just not moving, okay? So while we watch... Yes, I will absolutely, Alright, got two choices. Yeah, alright, so I started a poll.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
yeah, like pick which hangout event you guys want to do next. I put 2 choices that I'm okay. I can already see there's a 50-50 split between Kaveh and Toma. We shall see how that goes. I did allow for additional votes, didn't I? I allowed for additional. I'm pretty sure I allowed for additional points. If not, I'll flip a coin. Or someone's just gotta come in and like Hail Mary, Hail Mary, like I guess someone else, like I mean, someone's just gotta come in and like, you know.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Oh my word. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna point forward real well. Alright. Give me a second whilst I set this up. Yep, that one. Okay. Filters. I'm like, I love using all my points.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Oh. Okay, that's... One moment, folks. I'm just... Oh, damn, we got 30 for Kaveh. Alright. Alright, I see ya.
Bringing top-to-bottom reform to our foreign trade sector is exceptionally difficult.
I didn't know you were such a slacker.
Kaeya, please. Alright. I got it set up. Alright, this is already,
Bringing top-to-bottom reform to our foreign trade sector is exceptionally
Koji. It's saying you contributed 290 channel points. So that was very much you. Alright, so let's get into this lovely little thing. I just want to make sure. Alright, yeah, let's watch this. Let's see what we got here. Right?
Okay, that'd be 379. 379 what?
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
$? What a strange currency. Get out. That'd be 1739.
Oh, you want me to pay? I can pay with a song. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Weren't you banned from here? What do you want? Hey, comrade. You know what I'm here for. You gotta wait till May 26th. Okay, that'd be $6.90. Give me your money.
I would.
Not now. Spill it. Do you have...
Come
my
on,
sister?
let's get moving.
Okay,
We're not
hold on. Let me
frozen
go
in
check in the
place
back.
after all.
Yeah, nothing. Aww. What is it?
Sticky honey rose!
Not on the menu. What are you doing here?
I want an happy meal.
Get it yourself.
How am I supposed to find happiness in this dark world?
Hey, can I get a Happy Meal?
What are you doing here? Anything you want?
I want coconut milk.
You know, I really wish we had that.
Okay, bye. I want chicken nuggets. I want chicken nuggets.
Don't you work here?
Do you want to
Join your adventure team? No, we're not accepting recruitments.
Not the beta, Xiao.
What? Finally, a normal customer. What do you want? Actually, I already know what you want. Here, just take it.
All right.
I didn't know you were such a
Okay.
slacker.
That was something. Thank you, Koji Bear. lovely. All right. So now we gotta get started with Kaveh. Keeping it up with the K's tonight. All right. Let's go. The pendulum of weal and woe. Yeah, the way Chi-Chi was walking. Yeah, you spent all your points, Koji. You were broke. Begin the hangout! The sixth proposal. Walk around Sumeru City. Well, I think, I think it's about 10 points per 12 minutes, so it's like 50 an hour. Yeah, 12 times 5 is 60.
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but I'd still like to make some changes.
Well, you also get like loyalty points for chatting. So, and then again, this won't be until like the end of Natlan, which will probably be a long ass time. But yeah, at the end of every region, I let people guess how many times I simped in that region, which will be very interesting when I get to Natlan. Yeah, only for the points given through stream elements. It's not the same for like the points given through Twitch. Yeah, Natlan's gonna be interesting because I don't have any preconceived like biases towards any of the characters. So that's gonna be interesting once we get there, because like we haven't even like seen any drip marketing for any of Natlan's characters. Yes, I did very much. Unless you're talking about another separate video, Koji, I did like the one that you sent for us to watch and stream.
Oh, come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you? What's your issue this time?
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
Oh yeah, Koji, I don't know if you're in the Discord, but I do have a Discord for the community. And if you want to share some funny Genshin videos, there is a channel for it, like for Genshin Impact. So if you want to send some funny Genshin Impact videos, feel free to do so there.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
No, it's all good, Koji. It's just a suggestion. It's not like I'm holding you at gunpoint. Join the Discord. No, you're good.
For starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top? It looks almost like the head of a fungus. This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height, you could use the leftover materials to construct a few more rooms.
The roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building. If we were to change them, then what would be left of the design? Even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style would be gone. Anyone with the slightest inkling of architectural knowledge would know to leave them alone.
Okay, baby girl. Like, let's calm down. Let's calm down. Like, sir, why are you stressing this man out?
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but the truth remains that I'm still a bit unhappy with the design as is. Is there anything else that you can do? Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof, so the whole design will just be one vertical structure, similar to that of a tree trunk?
Kaveh, you better be getting paid for all these extra revisions. 6th? You better be getting paid for these extra revisions, because I know like a lot of artists will, like, when doing commissions, they will charge like in their original price they'll have a certain amount of revisions. Once you go past that point, you got to pay for it. Kaveh, I hope you were charging this man for the extra revisions, because this seems a little...
What? Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and pleasing to the eye? This way, the proportions will be completely balanced.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer? Come to think of it, though, I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently. Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore. Goodbye. Maybe you can find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
As you should, King. Pop off.
Young man, please wait.
This is why when I commission people, I try to put as much revisions in the very rough sketch stage so they don't have to work much later. Yeah. Because I mean, like, at this point, you're just like, even if you aren't getting the final product yet, like you're that's a lot of extra work that they should be compensated for. Kaveh looks like he's in a bad mood. Let's go check up on him. Oh, don't tell me you're drunk already.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever.
I love my lovely artist people. I want to go smoothly for both of us because they're doing hard work. Yeah, precisely. Are you all right?
Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no good for your health.
I saw you arguing with someone just now.
So you saw all that, did you? Ugh, I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around.
Kaveh, we were right there, you silly boy. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now. Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine.
Retweet.
Same as last time.
Retweet.
Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
I'll have a glass of juice.
Wine in a glass of juice, coming right up.
Kaveh tugs down his entire glass of wine.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate it. Arguing with a client is not a good look for me. If word gets out, other potential clients might be afraid to work with me. That guy, though, what was he even going on about? All those ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all.
Kaveh seems a lot more honest after he's had some wine. He's so pretty. Pretty silly.
Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
Don't worry, I'll go get Alhaitham.
You've got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences. But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects since graduation, and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, all my passion and enthusiasm would be gone. It feels like I'm straying further and further from my artistic vision with every change I have to make. I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely disregarding other people's feedback would also not be a good thing. All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art? Should I see it as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Well, I wouldn't attribute your artistic talent to gods. That's your own hard work at play.
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass? Your tolerance is usually much better than that.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
Oh, honey. Oh, he getting tipsy.
The meaning of art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru understands art better than you? Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and some patrons are waiting to be served. So, you'll have to excuse me for now. Just holler if you need anything.
That was smooth.
What do you think, traveler?
Oh, you were drunk for real. Something that embodies the creator's efforts and dedication?
Exactly. So our thoughts on the meaning of art are rather similar. In Sumeru, and especially Sumeru of the past, the arts are not a popular discussion topic. Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation.
Oh yeah, we got a disgusting taste of that during the Archon quest. The way Azar's assistant, like former assistant, like talked to Nilu. I'm glad we gaslit her into a mental breakdown. She deserved it.
It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer.
Kaveh still looks dejected. Even the wine didn't help his mood. Can I help cheer him up? Maybe I should play it safe and just make a simple suggestion. Let's do something else to clear your mind.
Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do? It's probably not a good idea to just drink until I pass out here.
Why did you decide to become an architect?
Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of secret. You probably already know some bits and pieces of my past. My mother is also an architect. I've always adored her drawings, and when I was young, I used to sit next to her and watch her bring all kinds of buildings to life on paper. You could say my interest in architecture just naturally grew with time.
Would she be able to understand how you're feeling right now?
Perhaps. In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her clients, but she would always quickly find the motivation to return to her work. Unfortunately, I've barely had any contact with her since she remarried and moved abroad. Even if I wanted to ask her about her ability to stay positive after an argument, it would seem rude to barge into her life again over something as trivial as that.
Oh, come on, you're her son!
I did remember something else, though. When my mother left, she only carried some small personal luggage with her. She left most of the belongings in the house to me. At the time, she even told me that it would be great if I could learn a few lessons from her life experiences, so my life and career could go a little more smoothly. I hadn't quite come to grips with my emotions, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentimental items, so I just packed anything with memories away in a box and haven't reopened it since. It's been a really long time. Now that so many years have passed, maybe I have finally developed the maturity I need to face those memories without losing my mind. Yeah, I should dig it out and take a look.
If I'm not intruding, do you think I can come with you?
Huh? Sorry, I've had too much to drink and wasn't thinking clearly. You're right. I should do these kinds of things with the support of a friend. Speaking of that, I can call you a friend now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either way, thanks for reminding me that I can invite you to come along. Had I just gone back by myself, it would have looked like I'm deliberately trying to keep things from you. Ugh, thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache, so I'll just give it to you straight. Thanks to your advice, I have decided to put my current projects on pause for now, and spend some time trying to rekindle the passion for my craft. If you want to stick around and see how this will turn out, you'll be sure to encounter some bits and pieces of my past. Do you think you'd find that too boring?
I don't think so at all.
All right, then let's head back together. I mean, you already know where I live.
I totally didn't pin it and try to enter it again at a later point. Nope, totally didn't do that.
Who knew that the day would come when I too would have some friends over? Let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Hatham shouldn't be home now either. He's usually in the records room at this time of the day. Anyway, there's no more time for drinks. I'll go take care of the bill.
I'm running. Running. Another chance to be in this house. Let's go. Let's go. Damn. Not the stamina. Keep me away. Run! Faster! Yes! Right here! Enter! Enter!
Hatham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box.
Kaveh brings out a box and dusts it off. What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. The box is pretty dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this place, and many years since my mother moved to Fontaine. I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things?
Is that a drawing?
Oh, I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. That's more than 20 years ago. You could say it's pretty good for a child of that age.
So, mid-20s, maybe even early 30s?
Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right?
You don't sound as confident as you used to be.
Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my abilities from time to time.
I can't even deny that. That's very true. I do the same
I
thing.
admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on whatever it pleases. Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box. My building blocks! It's been years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over. Oh, and this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch, and the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though. I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work.
Aww.
Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too tongue-tied to question such a famous architect. It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof. Is this supposed to be part of the design?"
And what happened after that?
My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint, and was very patient throughout the whole process. I still remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I think that's a wonderful way to, go over the issue.
Let's see. Is there anything else left in this box? Huh. What was this again?
A notebook with a lock? Oh, I hope this isn't your mother's diary.
Ah, this is my mother's notebook. She used to write and sketch in it all the time. When I was a child, I used to be super fascinated by this notebook, and always pestered my mother to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password.
So it's either your birthday, her late spouse's birthday, her birthday.
Huh. Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her. Did she leave it to me on purpose?
You could open it and take a look.
If only I could. I never managed to guess the password.
Even after all those years?
Hey, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. That's what we need to guess the password. Who knows? Maybe this time something will click in my head, and the answer will just present itself. Let me think. What could it be?
Your birthday?
I could tell what you were thinking. Don't worry, I tried all the easy guesses a long time ago.
Damn.
I've tried my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remotely related to my family. I've even tried stuff like love you Kaveh, take care, and yours truly. I've tried every cheesy phrase and well-wish in the book, but this lock has refused to budge. I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Also, if she really did use something like that, she'd never hear the end of it from the folks over at Haravatat if they ever found out.
You can try asking some of her old acquaintances.
So we could find someone who was close to my mother and see if they might know anything? I see what you're saying, but who should we talk to for that? My mother was never really the one to be social. My father was the one with more friends, but all those connections were severed when he died.
Damn.
Let me think. Is there still someone at the academia who would know my mother? Ah, actually, there is someone. Professor Zaha Hadi.
Oh, who's that?
Huh. You've never really heard of her? She's a famous Gasharwar scholar and leading expert in formal garden design. My mother studied under her as a student many years ago. Professor Zaha Hadi published many works during her career, so I was able to learn a lot by studying her essays. If there's anyone who still remembers my mom, it'd be her. She's older now and is no longer teaching at the academia. But if I remember correctly, she spends most of her time around the Bimarstan area. Let's go take a look. We might run into her if we're lucky.
Okay, search for Professor Zaha Hadi. Oh, there's a... I can't teleport. Oh, Tainari!
What am I supposed to do now? Forget it. I'll just head back.
Oh, how are you?
Tainari, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's you. Good to finally see you again. I came into the city to buy some experiment reagents, hoping to bring them back with me to Gandharvaville. But as soon as I got here, I noticed someone banging on Cyrus's door. You've all heard of Cyrus, right? He's an ex-sage and Cyno's adoptive father. I was thinking about going over to ask what's happening, That granny over there may appear old and frail, but her vocal cords certainly sound loud and healthy as ever.
Granny?
Yeah, she's just over there. You can go check out the situation yourselves in a moment. Kaveh, were you at the tavern?
I had a quick drink or two. Can you still smell the alcohol?
Drinking in broad daylight. Really? You want to pass out by the road and get run over by a sumpter beast like some mindless fungus, huh?
Oh, we love sassy Tainari.
And you, traveler? You didn't try to stop him?
I walked in and he already had a drink in him.
You look like a wreck, Kaveh. What happened? Are you feeling down again? You know what? I'm hosting a meal at Pardistii tomorrow evening. Do you want to come?
Huh? Oh, I had no idea. Let me think for a moment. I'll come if I can find some time.
All right. Then I'll plan on reserving 2 seats for you. I'll be heading back to Gandharvaville for now. I have a feeling that argument over there is going to continue for quite some time. It might be best if we don't get involved.
A granny who lives nearby. Let's go take a look.
Might be the person we're looking for. Check out the place Tainari mentioned. Oh, yep. That is her.
So, plan on keeping yourself locked in there, huh? Fine by me. If you're not going to come out, then I'm not going to leave. My tomato was growing so well. It had all the potential to become the best tomato this year. And you cut it straight from the vine.
Uh-oh, we got some garden wars over here.
I already told you I had nothing to do with it. Why would I take a tomato that's still weeks from ripening? You'd have to be awfully green as an investigator to think it was me.
Why did I laugh? Why did I laugh?
You see, the word green
Please,
here
no!
refers to
Stop!
both the color
Stop,
of the tomato and the fact that your skills could use some.
Stop!
Enough nonsense. Just come out and face me, you coward.
Oh, I see where Saito gets it from.
You're out of your mind. If I've actually done something wrong, then get a mantra and pull me out by force, why don't ya?
Oh, why you?
Don't tell me this is...
Professor Zahahadi?
And who are you? Oh, Kaveh. Fancy seeing you here. How long has it been? Come on, get over here and let the professor take a good look at you. Not bad, not bad. You've grown taller again.
Professor, what's going on here?
It's no big deal, really. A few of us old scholars got bored in our retirement and decided to put together a vegetable growing competition. At the end, whoever loses will have to go up on stage and do a
Yeah,
performance
Koji, I'm okay. I'm okay. It's just like the joke. We understood the joke. Okay, I think we all understood the joke. He didn't have to explain it.
Which brings us to our current predicament. My tomato was sure to win until a certain someone decided they couldn't bear to lose.
Hey, don't try to defame me in front of the kids. If we're airing out each other's dirty laundry now, then why don't we talk about you sneaking into Janat's garden the other night?
Ahem! Lucky for you, seeing these youngsters come to pay their respects today has put me in a better mood. I'll let you off the hook.
Oh,
for
no.
now.
Yeah, where's Sino's father and his joke? It was a dad's dad joke.
Come on, let's go. We'll take our conversation elsewhere. He doesn't need to be a part of it.
Yes, of course.
She's not someone you want to mess with. Alright. Oh. Koji Bear, thank you for the hydrate. Dad square joke. Just cubically worse.
Is Faranak still doing well?
Yes, as far as I know. She left for Fontaine some time ago and started a new life for herself. She's still doing work related to architecture, though.
And I don't know if there's like any NPC that like mentions her at all in Fontaine. It'd be nice if there is.
Ah, yes. I did hear about that. Did that upset you at all?
No, not at all. She's already sacrificed a lot raising me as a single mother.
That's good to hear. Your mother did struggle quite a bit those few years. It's probably a good thing that she found a new place to call home. Sometimes I wonder if things were harder for her because she was so beautiful. People were always drawn to her beauty first, only to realize she had a sensitive and vulnerable heart underneath.
Oh, I can definitely tell Kaveh got his mother's looks.
She was still quite young when she first joined my class as a student. Beautiful and radiant with her golden hair, yet quiet and single-minded. She seemed like a lass from some aristocratic house who was seeing the outside world for the first time.
Yeah, Kaveh definitely got his beauty from his mother, for sure.
She had to make a lot of drastic changes in her life to raise you on her own.
Don't make him feel guilty. He probably already feels bad enough it is.
Even during her time in the academia, she was a thorough perfectionist. If she was unsatisfied with something she had made, she'd insist on redoing it, even if I was perfectly happy with it. She had many admirers, and they'd always fill up the first few rows of seats, hoping they could get closer to her sitting in the first row. If it were any of my other classes, you'd have found nobody sitting in the front. But every time I saw her, she was always in that same rigid pose. She'd have one hand on her forehead with the other clutching her pencil. Her eyebrows would be knitted in a frown as she concentrated on the blueprint in front of her.
I'm sure she had many difficult moments in her life. How did she cope with the stress?
I'm not too sure. She never talked about such things with me. She rarely opened up to other people, you know. I do remember one time, though, when she got into a heated argument with a friend. She said something I found very memorable. She said, "True art cannot be understood, but as an artist, I wish some people could understand its meaning and value." If you ask me, that's probably the greatest source of pain for geniuses of their craft. It's extremely hard for them to find someone who can truly understand their ideas.
So that's how it is. I wonder if the password could be...
Understanding?
I tried both just now. Seems those aren't it either.
What are you trying to do?
My mother left her notebook to me, but it has a password and I haven't figured out what it is yet. I'm trying to learn more about her so I'd have a better chance at cracking the code. Thank you for all that you told us.
It's the least I can do. Talking to youngsters like yourself makes me feel younger too. Honestly, looking at you now, I can see how much you resemble her. It's almost as if she's standing right in front of me again. Your personalities are quite alike too. You're both stubborn and both a little awkward. Of course, I'm sure the similarities are mostly superficial. But so long as you continue to harbor those traits, you'll find a lot of difficulties in your work. I've taught a lot of students over my career, and in my experience, very few genius architects of Ksharawar ever found happiness for themselves.
Calling him out on being awkward.
They would know exactly what they want to express and fight for it tooth and nail, which inevitably led to arguments with their clients. Some clients would choose to respect the architect's vision or just let the argument go because of the architect's reputation, but those are the rare ones. When Faranak first graduated, she was getting into arguments with her clients nearly every single day. I think it only got a little better when she met your father.
I see. But wasn't my father from Rotawahist? Could he understand the designs my mother made?
No, I think they were probably beyond him, too. But despite that, he still stayed next to her, listening to her joys and sharing in her sorrows. Faranek had many admirers, but she ended up choosing your father. His support probably played a part in that decision.
Well, you said they were drawn to her beauty, and... Well... beauty isn't everything, and only being sought after just because you're pretty must be, like, really disheartening. Especially if you're, like, an intellectual, like... There's more to people than just their looks, so... And I'm sure Kaveh's father saw that. I think he saw the beauty within. Yeah! Like, being reduced to just one aspect of your being and that part of you being the only thing people seek you out for, that sucks. So, like, I mean, looking at Kaveh, like, this man is like the prettiest man in all of Tibet. No question. No question. And he looks like his mother? I know she was a beauty. But, like, yeah.
So instead of understanding, perhaps all we need is just companionship.
Maybe that's what she was trying to tell you?
Huh. It worked.
Holy moly!
Oh, was that the right password?
Yes!
Oh, I'm so happy for you, Kaveh!
Then you should be on your way, child. Find a quiet place and see what she wanted to say to you. Being the awkward person that she is, I suppose there were many things that Faranek could never say out loud. Instead, she probably left them in her diary, hoping that they would make their way to you one day. If you're ever in a mood to chat again, just come and find me here. You're always welcome to discuss architecture topics with me as well.
Thank you so much, Professor.
There's no need to be so formal. I'll let you kids go. It's time for me to take another stroll around the vegetable garden.
I wonder what my mother could have written about.
Ooh, Kaveh starts quickly flipping through a notebook, revealing lines of
They
elegant...
all say Zaha Hadid's class is the toughest, but I think it's actually not too bad. On the other hand, though, structural mechanics is definitely a pain, no matter how you try to approach it. I doubled down and managed to get through it in the end. I met someone special. At first, I didn't think much of him. But now, I feel very happy whenever I get to spend time with him. We decided to name our son Kaveh. I don't think a younger me would have ever imagined forming such an intimate bond with another person. Back then, I lived only in the shadow of myself, as well as that of the dream in my heart. The bad news came. And even though it's been several days now, I still can't bring myself to come to terms with what happened. My eyes are so swollen it's hard to see. What if they're all lying to me? And this is just a long, cruel dream. But I have to face reality. I still have someone to take care of. No matter what happens, I'll do my best to raise my son on my own.
Oh, that gave me whiplash.
Huh? Is this a drawing? Seems like it was done by my mother.
Oh.
This blonde man was probably my father. But who are the other people in the picture? Huh? Why do a few of them look somewhat familiar?
That hurt. Yeah. No. Like, yes, we've been over it a million times. Kave's dad died, and like she had to raise and then Faranak had to raise Kaveh alone as a single mother and a widowed spouse. But like, damn, the pain in her voice. Yeah, they do seem familiar.
From the dates in the notebook, she probably drew this more than 30 years ago. I hadn't even been born yet. Maybe we were thinking too much. Oh, there are a few lines written in the diary about this as well.
The one who invited us to the gathering is a talkative woman. Including us, 3 couples showed up. There was also a person who came alone. The talkative woman introduced everyone to each other. She spoke really quickly, so I couldn't quite catch everything she said. But I also didn't feel like asking her to repeat herself. My husband seems to be friends with the man with long ears. I couldn't really join their conversation, so I've resigned myself to sitting in a corner and drawing in my notebook. I don't think I'd be able to become friends with any of these people, especially that stiff-looking couple. That man is certainly very handsome, but he would constantly alternate between disjointed and serious ways of talking. His wife is a bit more bearable. We were not acquainted with each other to begin with, and I doubt we'll see each other again after this gathering. The ambiance of this gathering is surprisingly pleasant, however. Talking to people can allow us to find some peace after a long day. Maybe my son will also partake in these gatherings in the future. I hope he'll be able to make many friends.
Who would have thought my mother used to attend that kind of thing? It seemed she was only good at talking about her own work, and found it difficult to join into other conversations. As a result, she often kept to herself and would be off to the side, drawing.
That is a mood.
There's more written on the back. Oh, it seems like it was written to me.
Kaveh. I was both overjoyed and distressed when I learned of your decision to continue your studies in Kasharwar. You are very talented, and I am confident that you will become an architect of much acclaim. However, the more talented you are as an artist, the more misery and anguish you may encounter.
A man with ears, a serious couple, his dad and mom.
No one will be able to help you during your journey as an artist. But outside of your life as a creator, you can learn to form connections with other people and enjoy many other things in life. It's the only way to alleviate your suffering. Whenever you feel down, seek out a friend to sit and have a chat. You can accumulate joy and fulfillment by spending time with them. The positive feelings you gain will get you through the long and difficult years. Never forget that companionship is the most important thing of all.
So that's the answer she prepared for me. She really thought long and hard about me and my future.
Aw, you should go visit your mother.
Well, now that I've read her words, do you think I should accept Tainari's invite and attend that dinner at Pardis Di?
Wait, you were actually considering not going?
The thought definitely crossed my mind. Although it'd be nice to get together with friends and chat the night away, I don't want to bring down other people's moods because I'm sad.
Fontaine with Kaveh, that would be so fun.
Besides, don't most people hate the feeling of seeing their friends troubled and being unable to help? And what's worse, nearly all of my problems can't be easily resolved with some encouraging words or gesture.
Well, even if that doesn't help, I mean, yeah, your mom literally just said, like, just some good old companionship. Spending time with, like, people you care about. Like, I'd hope that helped boost your mood.
And don't forget, I'm also older than all of them. As their senior, I should appear to be a bit more responsible.
That kind of thing doesn't really matter once you've graduated. But Tainari saw right through you. It's normal for friends to take care of each other.
You're not wrong, but I keep feeling like I haven't really helped them much in return.
It's always fun to have you around, Kaveh.
Wait, do you mean it? You're not making fun of me, are you?
No!
I've gotten so used to sarcasm that I can't tell what's genuinely a compliment anymore. Wait, by fun, did you mean... You know what? I'm not going to overthink it. I'll see you tomorrow at Pardis Di.
Getting a newspaper to smack him with a giant Sharpie that says companionship. Yes, dude. Wait until after the following day. All right. Like, listen to your mother, Kaveh. He says, spend some time with your friends. Spend some time with your friends. Oh, find Tainari near Pardis. Oh shit, last time we were here, Tainari got struck by lightning. Oh, silly me. Silly me, I forgot something very important. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I love that attention to detail. Oh, it's... Oh, it's like...
Everyone hold hands.
Once dinner's over, I'll tell them the joke I came up with yesterday.
We'll need to put our heads together about Kaeya's studies.
I need to stop forgetting that Nahida can read people's thoughts. I need to stop forgetting that. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh.
Alhaitham also got my invite, right? Will he be coming to join us?
That guy? He's never been a fan of social gatherings. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
Are you sure? All right then. I guess we won't wait for him.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, maybe we should give him a little more time. We can keep chatting for a while longer.
Kaveh.
Oh, sure.
You still haven't told me, what's the occasion for getting us together here at Pardis Di?
We're celebrating the end of the first phase of Kaeya's studies. I wanted to thank you all for the help you've given her along the way.
Then where's Kaeya?
She said she wanted to show everyone a bit of what she's learned, so she's still doing some last-minute prep at home. She'll be here shortly.
Kaveh's grumbling, lol. He's like, I have to be... I have to be personable. I actually do care about him, even though he annoys me. That's Kaveh right now.
Anyway, let's get started. To tell you the truth, I'm actually not so confident that the second phase will go as well as the first.
Why not?
The curriculum will become a lot more involved, and I'm worried that she won't be able to get through all of it. I was hoping we could brainstorm about it together before she gets here.
I knew this wouldn't be just a simple free dinner. Is that why you also invited Alhaitham?
Yes. I thought it would be good if we could all put our heads together about this. Anyway, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. What did you guys do when you ran into a problem that you didn't know how to solve? Or got assigned a project that you knew you weren't gonna finish on time?
Never happened to me.
I'd just pull another all-nighter.
You two are hopeless. Does anyone have a more useful answer to the question?
Perhaps you could adjust the pace of the curriculum?
Ooh, that's a good point. Confidence is the most important thing. Once you lose your sense of confidence, it'll become all but impossible to find the motivation to study.
This could be a potential direction. I have already redesigned the literacy curriculum, and I was originally hoping to ask Alhaitham for his opinion. But
It's very simple.
Oh.
Instead of focusing on the amount of material you would like to teach, focus on the amount the student would be able to remember.
Hello!
Wow, you actually showed up. I could probably count the number of times you've actually come to gatherings like this on just one hand.
It's still more than the number of times you've managed to get a proposal approved on the first try.
God damn! Damn, they fire shots!
As long as you're still aware. So, what made the difference this time? Are you looking to drink your sorrows away with some friends?
That's your purpose for being here, not mine. Don't project your ways of thinking onto me.
Oh, Hatham's a savage! And I love him for it!
So you're saying the only reason you came is to help Tainari with his brainstorming?
Precisely. Kaeya will have a long road in front of her.
That was some loud projection. Bro, Hatham. Oh, he's a savage. I love him.
Hey, just to get one thing clear. Even if Kaeya manages to make her way to the academia, we cannot let her enroll in her avatat. Kasharawar is obviously the best choice for her. She's been a trainee forest ranger for so long, she'll definitely be good with her hands.
What are you saying? Spontamad is the better choice. It's where I graduated from, after all.
Then what about Amorta? That's the Darshan her master actually graduated from.
There are only 2 other Darshans left. We might as well select all of them on her enrollment application.
I'm trying to have a serious discussion here. Traveler, you aren't associated with any of the 6 Darshans. In your opinion, which Darshan would be the best choice for Kaeya?
Well, I don't even really know what the 6 Darshans are about, so I can't really answer that question, but I think she should get through the second phase of her studies first.
Well said.
Agreed. And my goal in inviting you here was to gather some thoughts on the execution of this second phase.
Phase 2 far exceeds Phase 1 in both curriculum complexity and the speed of instruction. I hope Kaeya has prepared herself for what is coming.
Hey, what are you thinking now? Please don't tell me you're planning on lending her those abstruse books from your home library.
Actually, I was thinking about lending her a professions guide.
I'll make sure to write, "Don't become an architect," on the front page of that.
But don't you love your job, Kaveh?
You're right. I can't deny that.
Is there another phase after Phase 2? What's the ultimate goal of all of this? Are we trying to prepare her for a job in the academia?
We don't need to think that far ahead. Hold that thought, though. I think my vegetables are done.
Everyone enjoys a relaxed and pleasant dinner.
I'm telling you, that client had no idea what he was talking about. No matter what I did, he had something bad to say about it.
Oh boy, Kaveh sure gets drunk fast. It really was a cute
Considered
laugh.
finding another client?
They're all the same. I haven't had a good night's sleep for months now. Who do they think they are, ordering me to alter my design over and over again just because they have some morons?
You should be charging like okay. I say give them 2 revisions, like 2 to 3 revisions. Once they've gone past that mark, charge them for each new revision. Also, our CD Cat, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. How you guys doing tonight? Oh, thank you for the stretch balling. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Star Meet. Ooh. Well, let me just give you a shout out. So everyone who's doesn't know RC, like, you should definitely go follow them. A really cool streamer. Oh, I'm doing really good, RC. I'm just doing some hangout events in Genshin. I just finished Kaeya's. So now I'm on to Kaveh. Like, chat decided between Kaveh and Toma. Chat chose Kaveh. And yeah, we're still on one. We're doing our very first route, 1 of 5. What were you guys up to before you came over here? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I figured it'd be fun to do a little something for Genshin, aside from this encounter.
It's too late now to change careers. You might as well try to find some joy in the pain.
Ooh, Terraria, how'd that go?
Besides, you'll be getting up in the middle of the night to make edits to your own design even when the client doesn't request it.
No. That's not true.
Cheer up, Kaveh. I'll tell you a new joke.
Oh boy.
We'll save that for the end, Sino. You can keep it to yourself until then.
That I played with Eric. We had a ton of goofy mods. Nice. I'm glad you had fun.
Whatever. I'm not going to use my brain anymore. Let's drink tonight to our heart's content.
That is a mood, Kaveh. Such a mood. Oh, Macaulay! Oh! Oh! That was sweet. That was sweet. Okay. Flame. Let me get that. Okay, so this could have gone like 3 different ways. Well then. Your memento. Let's go. You can keep it to yourself, Dino. But it's late and I'm gonna hop in bed, so be sure to have a good stream. Alright, RC. Thanks again for the raid. Hope you have really good sleep. Yeah, have good sleep. Good night. Ah, yes. Go home with Kaveh. Say less. Say less. I'm always happy to come to this house.
Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to...
And maybe we should just put it aside for now.
Yeah, you're right. Although I was hoping to find some words of wisdom from my mother, if I stop and think about it, her words may not be the advice that I need to hear right at this moment.
Oh no, they are absolutely words you need to hear.
Everyone's life journey is different. Traveler, you've visited many lands and met many people, so I'm sure you've run into situations where some advice wasn't exactly suitable for the situation at hand. Ah, I just got an idea though. If I want to rekindle the creative passion that I had before, instead of trying to unlock an old notebook, why don't I take a walk around the parts of town that had changed my life? What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
I'm glad you agree. Then let's start by taking a quick stroll around the academia.
All right. It's not very often I be in here. Oh. Why can't I just walk in here whenever I want? You got the stuff for it. You got the stuff, like the assets for it. Ah, yes. Lovely. Go to the house of Dina. Get in here. Okay. Really, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, what are we gonna get up to this route?
Of all the places in the academia, I remember this one most. When my studies got busy, I used to pull all-nighters here trying to finish my blueprints.
You sound like you almost miss it.
Who doesn't miss their time at the academia? Life was a lot simpler then, and we all had far less troubles. I created many designs that I thought were beautiful in the House of Dana. I drew whatever came to mind, since I didn't have to care about budget constraints or turning them into reality.
Why did you like the jaw in the House of Dina?
If I had to give a reason, it'd probably be because I like the ambiance here. The academia also had a rule that allowed scholars to annotate any physical books they came across. As a result, the books here are chock full of scholars' wisdom across many generations.
Oh, nice. Damn. I'm sure you get this a lot, but Kaveh, you're fucking gorgeous. Like,
Oh, here, this is a great example. This book, History of Ancient Sumeru Architecture, contains some analysis that I did many years ago. Huh? Why is Alhatham's handwriting also in here? When did he ever read this book? I guess it's probably from when we worked on that research project together. Anyway, he probably never cared to tell you this, but the House of Dana is where Alhatham and I first met. I came here to do my homework, and saw him sitting by himself next to that row of bookshelves. A group of Haravatat scholars were chatting near him, but he looked as if he was too lazy to join them. There was a pretty stark difference between him and all the rest of them. It was my fault for feeling bad for him. I thought he must have gotten into some kind of trouble and went over to ask if he needed anything, not realizing that...
Not realizing that you were in fact the one in a whole heap of trouble?
Alhatham? Why are you here?
bro, you two cannot stay away from each other.
The House of Dana is a public space. Anyone can come here, no?
But shouldn't you be at the records room at this hour? You're not here to watch me make a fool of myself, are you?
You think I would derive amusement from watching you fall into depression over your life's various troubles? If that's the case, then I suppose I must have been entertaining myself for years.
Are you?
I came here to pick up a few files. If your voice hadn't managed to get through my soundproof earpieces, I probably wouldn't have noticed you.
And why is it that his voice can get through your soundproof earpieces?
All right. I admit I was probably overreacting just now.
Well, want to continue the story? I want to know what happened next.
Probably not when he's right here with us. As his senior, I shouldn't try to tarnish his reputation.
There was nothing embarrassing or shameful about it. When I was still a student at the academia, I once collaborated with Kaveh on a research project. A collaboration is usually beneficial for all parties, but due to issues with our personalities, we ended up going our separate ways before completing the project.
It's attuned to Kaveh's voice. Alhatham wants to listen to his wife.
We had a number of differences, and they remain unresolved even today. But there's no point going into that right now. The more important question is, why are you at the House of Dana?
Kaveh's feeling a little...
As a senior scholar, isn't it my responsibility to offer my friend a quick tour and explanation of the academia's architecture?
I see. Then let me guess. Your next stop will be the pavilions around Razan Garden? Our famed architect sure loves showing off that corner to all his friends. Oh, and Kaveh, a lot of the books you annotated have been moved to the innermost section of that bookshelf over there. You'll have to dig them out yourself if you need to find them.
Huh? But why would you know that? Don't tell me you finally had an epiphany and realize that there's great virtue in respecting your elders' work.
Oh my gosh.
Sure, if that will give you some self-confidence. Leave any words of thanks you may have to the ex-Grand Conservator. The last time he was here, he was complaining that he had received reports from current students. The main grievance being that the annotations are too long and difficult to read. As a result, the books you annotated have been moved to the back shelves.
What? But all of my annotations were extremely important. Instead of reporting me, they should have been thanking me for my service. The notes that I took, they couldn't have asked for a better analysis of those books.
Alhaitham's gotta know everything about his wife.
Okay, just you wait. I'm going to fix this right now. I'll dig all the books out and return them to the proper shelves.
Oh, we'll wait.
Waiting is about all we can do.
Anyway, you were about to say he's feeling a bit down?
He was put through the ringer recently by a particularly difficult client.
Put through the ringer. What an interesting phrase. I assume he used those exact words himself?
It doesn't seem far from the truth, though.
He probably did suffer quite a bit, that's true. He always spends a lot of time editing his proposals, with the goal of satisfying as many of the client's preferences as possible. But the satisfaction of one client will not translate to general satisfaction with his work. Many problems in life can only be solved by a fundamental change of attitude. As the leading genius of Kshahrewar, Kaveh should have both the right and the confidence to reject any unreasonable demands.
Retweet.
There are plenty of architects in Sumeru who are inferior to him in skill, yet far more irascible in temperament. What's more, there are plenty of people who look up to such individuals as paragons of staying true to one's principles.
So the problem is with Faye?
Clearly, his predicament is inevitable, since he holds other people's feelings as more important than his own.
You know, me too, Alhaitham. I also know what uncomfortable.
Of course, each person is different, and we should respect the paths that they have chosen for themselves. Admonitions will serve no purpose. People tend to succumb to familiar pitfalls, and this is especially true for those who believe it's their duty to carry more burdens on their shoulders.
Looks like you were having an enjoyable chat while I was gone. Were you talking about me by any chance?
What do you think?
What else is there to talk about? Surely no one would be interested in talking about the files that you were browsing through earlier. Anyway, you should take a look at this. Look at this comment on page 82. Dear Kaveh, thank you so much for annotating this book in such detail. It was a great help to me. See that? Now that's how a student should treat their seniors.
And it looks like you're already in a much better mood now. It really doesn't take much to make you happy, huh?
It doesn't take much to make me happy either. I'm a simple gal.
Me happy? I'm mocking that retired blockhead for being so full of himself. He understands nothing about the true beauty of architecture. When I can find some time, I'll have a serious talk with him about making sure these books are put where they belong.
Obviously so proud of that comment.
Why don't you just move all the books yourself? It's not like he hasn't cursed you out before. What was that nickname he gave you while you were in the academia? The Urchin of Kshahrewar?
Wait, what?
Kaveh had a habit of scribbling and writing in all kinds of books.
Hey! You didn't need to bring that up. At least not when I'm still standing here.
Alhaitham told him they moved so he would look at the books and that nice comment from the other students to improve his mood. Yeah, Alhaitham's a planner. Alhaitham's a planner. If you want something done, get Alhaitham. Get Alhaitham.
Oh, actually, I also found a really old sketch in one of the books over there. See? Doesn't it remind you of something?
An archbridge?
Huh? Don't tell me even you don't get it.
Don't ask me. This is the time you specifically put aside to brag about yourself. Feel free to hoard all the spotlight you want.
You... In that case, allow me to explain. Although this sketch is a little abstract, you can plainly see from the road plans that this was an original concept for the expansion of Port Ormos.
We can also plainly see that the designer was a huge fan of this project. It's the project he loves to talk about the most, second to the Palace of Alcazarzaray.
If I don't keep bringing up the neat projects that I've done, how would anyone know that I was the one who did them in the first place?
True. True. You gotta promote your. This is something I need to do more often. I need to promote myself more often.
There shouldn't be any complaints about Port Ormos. If I remember correctly, the construction process was very smooth. Everything was made ready ahead of time, and there were very few safety concerns.
There are indeed no records of any complaints about this project. A most impressive achievement.
Sorry, I'm not. Well, actually, I'm not sorry. I just love seeing I'll hate them smile. Hold on.
See? What did I tell you?
Your promo work never ends. Nope.
Come on, let's take a stroll through Port Ormos next. I'll tell you all about the designs I made for the place.
Are you gonna come too, I'll hate them?
No need. It's almost time to clock out for the day, and I don't intend on bringing any unfinished work home.
Yes, King! Work-life balance.
Suit yourself. It's not like you know how to appreciate artistry anyway. Let's go, traveler. I'll take you to Port Ormos.
Wait, hold on. Before we go. Damn it, he's not here. Shame.
Port Ormos.
Did you design one of the buildings here?
No, I didn't design any one specific building. Most of my work here concerned structural renovation. Port Ormos had already existed since I was still a young child. It wasn't as large as it is now, though. It only came to its current size after a sizable expansion. I was part of that project. The arch bridge over there, for example. That was one of my designs.
Ooh, how did you come up with the idea for it?
When I was first tasked with the project, I decided to reference the growth patterns of nearby trees to split Port Ormos into 2 levels. My goal was to improve the overall utilization of space. We ran into a lot of issues during construction, but thankfully, we were still able to achieve the original vision. Residents can now behold all the ships entering and leaving the harbor from the vantage point of the bridge, while visitors can recognize the site of Port Ormos from a long ways away. I was still young and new to the trade back then. I could hardly believe that an idea in my head could become reality and remain in the world for many years to come.
So glad I saw that before the ad hit me. Yeah. Yeah, what great timing.
The true cornerstone of the creative process. The point about the design that will be ultimately used to judge its true worth. It was the first time that it became crystal clear in my mind. Once built, a building will continue to stand. Countless people will see it, and countless more will step inside it. Its final worth, whether it's good or bad, will be assessed by the countless generations of people that interact with the building during their lives.
I'm sure the residents of Port Ormos really enjoy it.
You think so? I'm glad to hear that. But even with this project, I still had one small regret. My budget was tight, and I was unable to use the higher quality timber I had originally intended for the design. I knew that some concessions on aesthetics would be needed as soon as I agreed to a proposal that prioritized the practical functions of the project. Us creative types know better than anyone that most projects cannot be completed without a few regrets. Even the Palace of Alcazarzaray was not perfect.
But having no regrets would also mean you had no higher hopes for the future.
Yeah, you're right. I should learn to look toward future opportunities and believe that any regrets I have can be overcome in time. We've spent long enough here. There's still one last place I want to go, but it's a little far. Would you be interested in a quick trip to the desert?
I wouldn't mind.
Great. Most of my projects over the last few years have had something to do with the desert, partially because there's a special place there that I often visit. This is a rare opportunity, so why don't you come along and see it for yourself? If you ever feel down, maybe you'll be able to go there and feel better too.
Follow Kaveh into the desert. All right. Oh, we going real far.
Who would have thought that so many primal constructs could have congregated here while I was gone? We won't be able to sit and talk peacefully with these guys around. Let's clear the area.
Oh.
Site clear.
Oh, whoops. Wait, hold on, Nita.
Everyone hold hands.
Try not to enjoy this.
Oh, whoops.
Crumble apart.
All right.
Isn't this place great? I often come here to clear my mind when I'm dealing with a difficult situation. You know what I mean. Everyone finds themselves in frustrating situations once in a while. Just take me as an example. My family life got shaken up quite a bit when I was young. I struggled in school, and I got into a huge pile of debt building the Palace of Alcazarzaray.
Okay, explain that to me.
Although Alhaitham thinks that it's because of my personality that I continue to live in the shadow of the past, I think it's also just a part of life. Plus, if I look back, I've honestly had my fair share of good luck as well. You could probably say I've followed in the path of my mother. Like her, I've gained a name for myself as an architect, built something that's seen as my magnum opus, and found many projects that others have entrusted to me to finish.
You also haven't completely lost your passion for life.
Life is too boring when you live with no enthusiasm and passion. Only those who believe in the inherent meaning of it can capture the small nuances of everyday life and turn them into inspiration for beautiful designs. Of course, I will concede that loving something also means taking it to heart. So to an extent, caring is also a source of pain. If I didn't love my work, I wouldn't be so torn up about it all the time. But still, isn't this place beautiful? Despite the erosion from the winds and changing seasons, you can still perceive its past beauty and glory. With different landforms come different architectural styles. The desert's history has left it with few records regarding its buildings, so I often visit the desert to investigate things in person. The site here has moved me ever since the first time I laid my eyes on it. I told myself that one day, I would also be able to create buildings that move others. My pain will one day fade into nothing, just as I reach the end of my life. But buildings are different. They are far more valuable than most materialistic things, and far more durable than human flesh. As long as there remain souls in the world who can decipher the meaning behind them, they will also have acknowledged me across the vast stream of time. If you were to ask me what art is, that would be my answer.
Now that's more like the Kaveh I know.
You think so? But I feel I've always been like this. Remember that question I brought up before? The one about whether I should see art as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods, or as a product of my own existential struggle? I still haven't found an answer to that yet. But if art wasn't inherently paradoxical and enigmatic, then people probably wouldn't be drawn to it. Those who pursue art will be unable to avoid the pain that it naturally brings. Will often be floating on cloud 9 one second, and sinking in a mire the next.
Damn.
I'll try gathering my thoughts again once I've found a way to define art in the first place.
Stop being relatable for a second, please.
In any case, thank you so much for listening to everything I had to say.
Of course. Beneath the stars. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Well, I think that's where we should end things tonight. Let me see if I can find someone to raid. Oh my gosh, Katori! Thank you for the hydrate! I'm just about to end stream. I'm trying to find someone to raid. Alright guys, we're gonna raid a good streamer I know of named Focus. They're currently playing Minecraft. So, yeah, and as Katori's doing for me, be sure to check out some links, my socials, Discords and VOD, socials to find me other places on the internet, Discord to chat with the community offline, and VODs to watch any streams you may have missed in the meantime. Oh, okay, right before we go, anyone who's following can use this raid message, so be sure to use it. Yeah. Reason it's not working for me. Okay, fine. Alright, guys. Thank you all for joining me on this waxing night. RC, I know you're probably not here anymore, but thanks again for the raid. Thank you for all the chatters. Oh, we raided. Whoops.